and welcome back to the Clash of Clans World Championship. Today is the final day of our last chance qualifier. 7 golden tickets have been awarded, but only 1 more to give out. My name is Woody, and I'm pleased to introduce for the top of the show, Itsu. How are you, sir?
I am really good. I'm so pumped for today. So many good matches ahead. But as you said, it's the last chance for those teams to get one of the last golden tickets. So let's take a look at who already has one of those golden tickets everyone is chasing after. We had the 6 winners of the 6 qualifiers with Alternate, Tompen Empire, Queen Walkers, Jax Tiger, Betzinger, and Vatang. And yesterday, we had one more golden ticket winner, which was a field in Esports. They surprised everyone. Incredible preparation work by them. Bases and offense was out of this world. So one more golden ticket today. But not only the golden ticket is what they're fighting for, Woody.
Right you are, Itsu. We have got some big money prizes on the line here for every team competing today. First place will get that golden ticket as well as $5,000. The finalists will score $4,000, each semifinalist team $3,000, and the wildcard team that loses in the first match will still go home with a respectable $2,000 prize.
That's right, Woody. And since we are already in the tournament, we should take a look at the format and see how this last chance qualifier is actually structured, because we have 2 different days of action. Yesterday, we had a field in Esports going all the way. But actually, we have all the way on the left side always the wildcard silver ticket winners from community events around the world. And then right next to that, we have the silver ticket winners from the qualifiers, which are then having like a small advantage going into this last chance qualifier, Woody.
Right you are. They are going to start out in the semifinals and only need to win 2 matches today in order to get that golden ticket. Our silver ticket teams came in 2nd place during the regular monthly qualifier events, so they were ever so close to getting that golden right off the bat. But for today, they have one last chance with Aphelion Esports making it on, as you mentioned yesterday. We are focused solely on today's event. TrainStation Gaming and Repotted Gaming, like you mentioned, are the wildcard teams facing off first for the right to battle against 11 Original, while Carnage Gaming and Tribe Gaming will be waiting in the wings for the second semis.
Yeah, that's right. And you mentioned already Carnage Gaming versus Tribe Gaming. And this is the matchup we would like to take a look at for you guys, because we want to have your opinion about this second match of the day. Is it going to be Carnage Gaming or Tribe Gaming? Who is going to take the victory after this match? Let us know in the chat and use the hashtag of one of those 2 teams to make sure that your voice is heard and we know what the community thinks who's going to win this match.
Great question, Itsu. We had quite a few upsets yesterday. 81% of the community came out in favor of MCES in their war against Aphelion, but Aphelion wound up taking the whole thing down. I was surprised too, as was my co-caster, so I'm really looking forward to the results of this community vote. You can also remember that because this is a single elimination tournament, these clans are going to be putting it all on the line, leaving nothing up to chance. But with that, the intro is finished and we are already ready to kick off our first war. Let's send it over to our casters, Carbon Fend and Judo Sloth.
So much, Woody. We have TrainStation Gaming and Repotted Gaming. TrainStation qualifying via ESL Mobile NA, while Repotted Gaming have qualified via the Queso Cup. They did actually take 2nd in the ESL Mobile Open European region, so it is going to be a clash between the Europeans and the NA for this matchup, Carbon.
It is going to be a huge matchup in this one, and we're taking a look at Repotted Gaming's lineup. And many people watching this war, even pros included, would say Repotted Gaming, even though they're in a wildcard spot, might just be favored in this next bracket to try to get the golden ticket. But our first opponent, they are going up against TrainStation Gaming here, Judo.
Yes, I actually think that Repotted Gaming is my favorite for today, actually. Seeing them in the ESL Mobile has just been very impressive. Maybe we will have a repeat and another wildcard team winning, but just look at the stats of TrainStation Gaming. Very high hit rates and average destruction from that NA region. You can see greater than that of Repotted Gaming, but every region does have their own metas, strengths, and weaknesses as well, so it's really hard to compare between the two. But here we go. Yanis starting us off with, as he always enjoys, a Lava Loon attack.
The Lava Loon with that Queen charge, but wants to grab this value over to the right side with his blimp. Looking to grab that multi-target Inferno really is to protect the Queen's healers as the Queen walks around here. Because the Queen can't reach this section, the healers would be getting picked off, but he's waiting on the deployment just to be able to charge this Queen in. And this is an attack that Repotted is known for. They love to use Lalo attacks, and I'm sure TrainStation has scouting reports. They know exactly this. So let's see where they place their traps to try to defend and stop these charges.
Particularly the red air bombs is what I am most looking forward to. Yanis known for his Sui Lalo attacks, switching it up this time and going for that Queen charge. He said they have prepared a lot for this event, which is obvious, but they did only compete a couple of days ago in the ESL Mobile Europe Finals, tipped to the attack. They've had 2 huge events in quick succession here, Carbon. Is that going to impact them?
Yeah, well, we're going to have to see if it is going to stop him. But the biggest question is what he's able to do with that Queen charging towards the core, in towards the multi-target Inferno. But it does take out the Lava Hound here. Now, the King is popping the ability, is taking out this Town Hall. Oh, the Rage is down, but finally the Royal Champion being used on the top side.
It looked like he popped a bunch of red air bombs right next to the Battle Builder huts, but all is fine because it basically didn't do anything. His healers are protected, and he knows he's not going to run into a group of them with the Lava Loon, which you see deployed to that left-hand side. Headhunters running across next to the Eagle Artillery, and they will make their way to the Royal Champion. All looking good at the moment, but that multi-target Inferno could be difficult to deal with.
Yeah, that multi on the backside with some Teslas that are over by the air defense back there. And now with the Royal Champion trying to push her way through with a freeze, there's the ability, and he's got just under a minute left to try to help clean the rest of this up, Judo.
He's got the freeze, which he's used early to try and protect that Royal Champion because he has a balloon for that Wizard Tower on the back end. It is continuing to be distracted. And look at that. Very well composed to the end of the attack. Not even a smile on the camera, just dialed in right until the final moment. But exactly what we expected from Repotted Gaming in this opening attack. 3 stars to put the pressure on TrainStation.
Well done. Was able to keep that Queen, getting the value all the way through the middle and walking away with the first 3-star of this match for Repotted. Now TrainStation's going to have to keep the momentum. They need to put up 3 stars of their own. We're looking at the Queen charge Lalo, one of the attacks that they are so good with. They know exactly how to get that value with the Queen, and that blimp being used nice and early took out the multi-target Inferno, allowed the Queen to path their way to the middle, protecting those healers. Well done. That's first attack down. The nerves of something like this has got to be high, especially leading off the day here today in the last chance qualifiers. But Agent 33 is looking to put a 3-star on the board for TrainStation, coming in with a Lalo attack himself, but involving no healers, taking a Sui Lalo here.
Yes, he does have the heal spell, which will be very useful towards the center of the base. We're seeing that quite a lot now with the Lava Loon attacks. And Agent 33, you might recognize from the Space Station roster. He has competed with them previously, TrainStation Gaming being the sister clan, if you will, of Space Station Gaming. He never quite made it to this spot, but all is looking good at the moment for this attack, Carbon. Queen will shortly lock onto the Town Hall, and he should be able to make his way to the multi and the enemy Queen momentarily.
Yeah, with that Town Hall going down, the poison spell's actually being used onto the defending Queen to slow her down. Now the Lava Hound and Clan Castle's being lured, but the Queen is still... No. Oh, she's going down here. Yes, the Town Hall poison does just take her down, but the Royal Champion is slowly taking out this Lava Hound. Now needs to take out these pups, but the problem is no more poison spell for this.
Yeah, I think he mustn't have expected the Archer Queen to get much more than that Town Hall. He must have knew she was going to step into that region. Would have obviously been nice, but I think he's got pretty much all he wanted at that stage. The Stone Slammer should be able to get to that scatter shot relatively unscathed, but as I say that, there is a bunch of traps. Has the tornado trap popped, but hopefully whatever is inside can get into the dead zone of the scatter shot, as it does, and at least he knows he's not going to hit the tornado trap, for example, in the center of the base now.
Absolutely. Knowing that trap is out of the way, he can have these haste spells planned around, including a heal for potentially that multi-target in front on the backside, with the Warden ability pushing him through this scatter shot, perfectly protecting it. But we got to watch out for this backside. There is the heal, trying to get these balloons pushed off the red airbomb field over there, but he's still able to continue the pathing around.
Fortunately, they were set off ahead of those balloons, weren't they? So he's got more than enough here. 2 balloons down to the bottom to clear that Archer Tower. I love the fact that he used the freeze spell there just to guarantee it went down and make sure that his cleanup is spread around the board. You could see the celebration because of the pressure on them. Arguably, TrainStation Gaming being an underdog here within the tournament, but perhaps that adds more pressure, less pressure. It depends on how they see it. Either way, Agent 33 has rose to the situation. 3 stars, making sure this war is close from the beginning.
Absolutely. You need to be putting 3 stars early in the war. We've seen it yesterday, where if you don't put up those early 3 stars, then the war gets extremely out of hand. And it's so difficult to catch up. The smallest mistake can cost you the war. But Agent coming away with the 3-star for TrainStation. Well done there. And he knows his fair share of attacks, getting triples left and right. He knows what he's doing, but now can he try to help defend for TrainStation? But Repotted, are they going to be coming in with another Lalo attack, Queen Charge? Because that is what they are known for. And yes, Lou coming in with that Lalo attack, not going in with the Queen Charge, sticking to more balloons here, and 3 Lava Hounds really provide some tanking. But just like Agent attack, he's taking a heal spell as well.
Yeah, we are seeing that quite a lot for the center of the base. Now, Lou does like the Sui Lalo. It is his favorite attack alongside a couple of his other team members. Like you said, Repotted, very proficient with the Lava Loon attack. Maybe that's something TrainStation will have a trick or 2 up their sleeve. But I do want to say, at this early stage in the war, let's remember, the players have not had a long amount of time to plan. So I think already we are seeing that both teams are rising to the situation here. And so far for this attack, Carbon, Queen has taken down the Town Hall, Royal Champion, stripping apart that compartment on the right-hand side. All is looking pretty good at the moment.
It is, with the Clan Castle, though, now being lured over to the King, so he's going to get stalled up relatively quickly, but the poison spell is actually the headhunters over the wall, causing the King to run back around. We are going to see these Teslas down to the bottom side, not going down. If probably wanted the King to get a little bit more value there, because there was a little opening in the wall. But nonetheless, he's starting to Lalo, pushing straight into the defending Queen.
Yeah, not the end of the world there, to be honest, but I agree. I think he wanted the King into that compartment, so the Stone Slammer is going to have to take that out. Should actually help to guide it onto the central scatter shot, actually. But the Lava Hounds have really raced ahead here, Carbon, leaving the balloons a little bit vulnerable, so he is having to haste them through this area. But they are catching up pretty quick and soaring through this base.
What a Warden ability. The Queen was actually hitting that Warden there, but the perfectly timed ability through the scatter shot as the balloon split. But the problem is there is there's a defending Royal Champion. This is the biggest threat. Now the Warden does go down. Dragon Rider will get picked off by the single, but now can this RC clutch up these balloons? But there's so many left. I can only imagine this will just be overwhelming the base now, unless some crazy amount of traps affect them, and we're seeing a sinking air mine right there.
With the tornado trap, I was worried about red air bombs. I thought he was going to save the invisibility to turn the royal champion invisible and make sure the balloons did not hit her. Kind of happened in that situation, but you see with the balloons right next to the royal champion, they can turn around, knock her down, and he should be good here. More than enough balloons to take out the center of the base, keeping the pressure on TrainStation. And what an opening to this matchup.
Absolutely. Coming away with another 3-star. And this is exactly what we want to see at this stage of the competition. These teams going back and forth, trading 3 stars for each other. Well done. And yet another triple coming from Lalo Attacks. We know the Lalo is so strong at the top level of Clash of Clans. The pros know how to use it. But not only is it strong, it is very risky. So you try it, it could backfire, could result in 1 stars if you don't have a way to secure the town hall, but they convert and their hit rates are so high with this Lalo attack.
They are doing very well at the moment, but casting our minds back to yesterday with QSFN, we know how good they are with the lava balloon. They were caught out a couple of times by the defending bases of Aphelion, so maybe that will be something that comes into play later on in the war. However, we have Hook now, who does like the drag bat attack. This is his favorite strategy, using the Dragon Riders this time though. And this is the attack that we seen from Badzinga in the previous qualifier number 6, where they used the Sneaky Goblins for the Town Hall, a hero dive with the log launcher, and then the Dragon Riders to clear out a section before bat bombing the back end of the base.
Yeah, the big question, though, when it comes to Dragon Riders, you need to have a way to take down the defending Royal Champion and Queen. Since the Dragon Riders cannot target them, how are you going to be able to take them down? With your heroes, it's looking like that's the plan so far. Potentially come in with a log launcher to help assist the double ice golems, Warden, King, and Queen charge right through the core of the space, and he's sending the Sneaky Goblins to the Town Hall, and no traps. And oh, the Town Hall did not go invisible, so he should be able to secure that. That was a little scary.
It was. It looked like that invisibility was... I mean, it was very close, wasn't it, to turning the Town Hall invisible. But I think he's got those 2... Oh, he's used the Headhunters, actually, which have ran across the Archer Queen. I thought he was going to send them in alongside the Dragon Riders from the south of the base, but perhaps I am wrong on that front, because the Eagle Artillery still stands, and that could be a bit of a problem. That is where he's going to be sending the Dragon Riders from.
He is. Now with the Royal Champion coming into the bottom multi-target Inferno, remember, you want to take out as much splash damage as possible, but we got a little bit of a Tesla form that is popping next to the enemy Queen. Makes the Royal Champion invisible yet again. Uses 1 solo Dragon Rider to help take down the Wizard Towers. That's actually fantastic right there to help take down that splash damage.
That was beautiful, just to make sure that he can preserve the freeze spells for the other Wizard Tower. Now play it safe, Hook. Continue to freeze that Wizard Tower. He does. I think that was a good call to freeze that, because 1 shot from the Wizard Tower can be dangerous, but I think he's froze that one early.
He does, but the air defense goes down. He's got a handful of Dragon Riders. They're going to be able to make their way through, and it looks like he still should have enough to get this done.
Beautiful job, really carving apart the base that time. I am blown away by how well that worked and just how surgical it was to the different areas. I've got to be honest, I really like attacks where they pick apart compartments like that, one by one, and that was bravo, Hook. Take a bow. 3 stars, keeping the perfect streak alive for both of these teams.
Absolutely. The pressure is mounting even more with all these 3 stars coming in. It's all been air attack so far, from Lalo to Dragon Riders. But it shows you the versatility of what these players can do, getting so much value with the Warden, King, Queen, charging into a core of the base. And that's exactly what he was doing, is dissecting, picking off the splash damage. Well done. Having the bats come on top of the scatter, because they can't hit the bats when it's in the circle radius right there. But now Repotted is again sticking to the Lalo with that Queen charge. Lalo here again. Now dropping the Queen near the Town Hall. The big question is, will she walk around the Town Hall, or does he want to charge in? Because there is a single target Inferno waiting right behind it. And let's hope that the queen doesn't go a wrong way, because we've seen it before, and the queen gets melted by a combination of clan castles and single target infernos.
We have seen that, and he has 5 super wall breakers. So looks like he's going to break the queen in just to the north area of the... Or I thought he was going to break her in above the town hall there, but actually is going to allow her to walk in. Do you think that's what he wants here, Carbon?
I don't think so. I think he wanted a wall break up top and then stay away from this bottom section, because there is an opening. I don't see the funnel down here. That's the question. So now he's reacting. That's my only question, is because of these open walls, it can really mess with the queen AI. And there was the update that was a little while ago that the queen was more likely to walk into a little open compartment like this. And she's doing exactly that. But the queen is going to be able to get through the single target inferno. So that is good. The CC was a little bit farther away. So now the town hall poison's gone. So he can take a sigh of relief. And now he's going to continue this charge towards the scatter shot.
Look at that wall break. It is perfect. Just allowing that Archer Queen through. I have to shout out the freeze spell he used a little bit before this as well, because that was gorgeous. Clan Castle troops onto the Queen, though. She is going down fast due to the Headhunters. Uses the freeze. Ability goes off, but he has managed to protect that Queen, thankfully.
He has, but the problem is you really rely on that Queen ability late in the raid to keep her up, especially through a lot of damage from expos, from inferno towers, scatter shots, especially the enemy heroes. But either way, starting off with the Lalo from the bottom side of the base, there is the defending royal champion and the king down there, and his RC is going to path directly toward the scatter shot with an very early warden ability. Let's see if it's going to pay off here as the balloons split in different directions.
Yeah, I thought he was going to send the Battle Blimp through with the Warden ability, but just cutting across from the right-hand side. Obviously has the Royal Champion for that Sentry multi-target Inferno as well. And the wall break allows the King into not just the Wizard Tower compartment, but hopefully getting the multi here as well. He's still got an invisibility and the RC ability, but 38 seconds, Carbon. Things have to get going here. He's got a couple of troops to reinforce, but he could still get this.
Absolutely. The queen is even still alive, getting so much value on this backside of the base. If he didn't have this queen, it would more than likely be a time fail. But keeping that queen alive clutched up this raid. The king is just going down, but plenty of balloons. The minions go to the core, and he is breathing a sigh of relief. He was like, my queen went the wrong way, but he reacted on the fly and got another 3-star here for Repotted, who is perfect, and there is no fail in this war to kick off day number 2 of the last chance qualifier.
Showing you how good they are on offense. That was fantastic, the way he adapted. And when we asked Repotted how they prepared for this matchup, Klinge had one of the most interesting answers, I thought. He said that he is attacking in Titan League so as to not attack any of the TrainStation players in Legend and give away any of his secrets. So I thought that was really interesting and clearly paid off in that attack for him.
Absolutely. The one thing is, when you're in Titans League, you don't know if the enemy has all of their heroes up, or if they're, well, I mean, the heroes will be unless they're upgrading, things like that. But either Tupac says, all right, well, you guys are all going air, and I will as well. Coming in with that Zap Lalo, taking out that defending queen, the scatter shot, the bomb tower, a little bit in this bottom section to help set up a bit of a funnel. So Yeti's over on the far left side, over by the Archer Tower, which the Yeti should be able to jump the wall and help take that down. He wants to get this king to go in towards the top scatter shot here.
Yeah, it looks like he should walk into that compartment. Has an ice golem out in front. Now with the delayed royal champion, means that she can add to the party. Would have liked the ice golem to get a little bit further, I think. Headhunter will help out in this compartment. And now you see the Archer Queen alongside the super wall break. So just trying to merge these heroes together, try and get the town hall. And Clan Castle troops could cause a little bit of a problem here for his king and royal champion.
Yeah, the Royal Champion is going to get stalled up on this Lava Hound now, though. You would love to see a different CC in a case like this that could be taken out with Poison Spell relatively quickly, but that's not the case. And you know, these base builders test their bases against so many different attack strategies, including trying different clan castles. But he's charging with this queen. She's unfortunately looking like she's going to go down to these Lava Pups and the combination of the ground expo there, but the Lava Hound's leading the charge in. He did take out the enemy queen, so some of these balloons are going to path straight to the core, and they are splitting off a little bit here.
Yeah, he deployed just a couple at that 6 o'clock area to kind of split the lava loon in two, if you will. One of them moving forward with the stone slammer because he knows the grounded expos can't attack it. So hoping to just wipe out those two multi-target infernos. Meanwhile, we have a separate lava loon to this right-hand side, which is cutting through the compartment and the eagle artillery. Hopefully he can get those multi-target infernos down fast, though, because they are starting to be a little bit of a problem. But he's managed to freeze one just in time.
He has indeed. With one more invisibility spell, the Dragon Rider should actually get a ton of value through this backside of the base, but the Warden is tanking some shots, and he's going to go down, so now he has to use... Oh, no! The Dragon Rider pulls a double Seeking Air Mine through here. Make that King invisible so that the minions don't target him anymore. Or is he going to wait? What is he going to do here? Yes, there it is. Now they're going to go to the storage, but they need to make their way over to the air defense. They do. They split. But the AD is staying up. The King...
It's full health. Can they get through? If he'd have turned the King invisible earlier, they might have gone straight to the air defense rather than the storage. They're getting picked off one by one. It is so... Look at the health on that air defense. Are you kidding me? Oh,
jeez.
So close.
The King. Oh, and then there's the tornado trap and some red air bombs. And man, I guess the saying really goes, the King is indeed the best air defense in the game. He just tanks all of your shots and just lets the rest of the defenses pick them off one at a time. And a 98%. You are 2 buildings short of Repotted through 3 attacks. So it is still anyone's war here. Even just a fail from Repotted has to be a 98 or a 99, and TrainStation with a 3-star could bring this one back, but Repotted is looking to keep the 3 stars rolling in.
They certainly are, and as harsh as it is, the smallest margins do make the biggest difference here at this high level. It was a brilliant attack. Like you said, percentage is very high, though, so there's still a lot of pressure on Timtastic here, using the Blizzard to start out. This is his favorite attack strategy, although I have seen him using the mass rocket balloons quite a lot in the ESL Mobile Open Europe, so I was kind of hoping I might see one of those attacks from him, but the Blizzard so far doing exactly what he expected.
Yeah, grabbing that value, pulling this Lava Hound off to the bottom side of the base, looking to help take this down. Is that the Royal Champion? Yes, down south at 6, will end up using the Poison spell once this Hound does pop. And notice he has the Unicorn, which is also healing up this Royal Champion through the Lava Hound slowly. But we do have the Town Hall on the far right side. Is this where he's going to want to actually send some heroes? Or he's just going to Lalo straight over it looks like at this point.
Yeah, I was wondering whether he was sending the Queen into that area, despite it being very defense-heavy, but it looks like all of the heroes are deployed down to this bottom area. Royal Champion nicely getting the multi-target Inferno. King was tanking long before the Queen was deployed. He should be able to get that Eagle, and I think he's hoping to cut the Royal Champion into that central multi, but she's not quite going there yet, and I'm not sure that's going to happen anymore.
I don't know. With this Eagle pulling the RC up top towards this Ground Expo, does have 3 more invisibilities to use for the Royal Champion through to the multi and to the enemy Queen. Oh, pops the ability, skipped across.
Ability too.
No, he makes him invisible now, but the Royal Champion is not pathing to the multi in the middle.
It is not. I don't think he expected to get the scatter shot up at the top, to be honest with you. So at least that is a bonus for this Lava Loon, but he does have to be careful of that central multi. But like you said, here is the Lalo direct into the Town Hall, and he's got to make sure the spells are on point here, because you have to haste behind the Town Hall so you can get all of those balloons out of the poison. Thankfully, the Tornado Trap did indeed go off and wasn't there when the balloons approached the Town Hall, but due to the Grand Warden ability, he's pushed them through that area nice and safe.
Absolutely. So many balloons, and was able to utilize that freeze spell, not only the freeze the Town Hall, but also the sweeper at the exact same time. So that was brilliant.
Oh my God.
To push his way right through the base, and look at all these balloons remaining, absolutely crushing this one right here. Beautiful attack from Repotted. and yet again putting up another 3-star. That is why Repotted is coming in as one of the favorites to get a golden ticket from the last chance qualifiers. And we said they are known for the Lalo attacks, and all their hits so far have been 3 stars with the Lalo.
I love the reactions on the player cam from them. They are very dialed in. Just another day at the office for Timtastic. Very calm towards the end of that. But there were so many balloons left over. He might have been able to start another attack with the amount of balloons that were alive at the end of that one. So really, mentally, I think putting even more pressure onto TrainStation. They have really impressed me thus far, to be honest with you, but it is team captain Jethro who needs the 3-star to keep them in this.
Yeah, Jethro's looking to come in with another Dragon Rider bat attack strategy. And what did we learn from the previous one we saw? Well, sneaky goblins take out the town hall, and then some spring traps down there. Maybe they were expecting an attack like this. And now he doesn't have... Oh, Giant Bomb.
Not got many left.
He doesn't. I don't know if 8 is enough to take out a town hall here. Uh-oh.
He's going to have to send a bunch into that Dark Elixir storage. Then he's going to have to hope that these sneaky goblins can check for traps, but they will not. So he's only got 5, and the front area of the town hall has not been checked. He's risked it.
Oh, small bumps. He doesn't have to use another invis, right? Yep, he has to use 2 invisibility spells just to be sure to secure the town hall. Well done there. Now we can start with the rest of the attack. But notice, it did take 1 minute off the raid to help secure the town hall here.
At least he will be breathing a little sigh of relief due to there only being a small bomb in that area. It could have been a lot more dangerous than that, but look at this strong push now towards the top of the base. This huge compartment, hoping that the heroes will get through all of this, and even towards that central multi-target inferno is the target.
With that log launcher opening the core towards the middle multi, the Lava Hound is out. Going to slow down the Queen once she gets anywhere close to the Hound here. Dragon Rider's coming off from the left side, moving in towards these Teslas, the cannons, and the scatter shot with the defending Queen over there. That's going to be a problem unless his Queen goes to... Yes, his Queen picks off the enemy Queen before locking onto this Lava Hound now. But his Dragon Riders have almost just disappeared.
They have. Thankfully, the Royal Champion on the right-hand side has taken down the Wizard Tower and the Scatter Shot, so he can drop the bats on the left Scatter Shot. As he does, then he's only got the 1 Wizard Tower to deal with, but there's still a lot of defenses, and he needs to hope the bats will start taking them down to relieve damage off his heroes so that he has enough time.
Yeah, the Royal Champion's trying to do as much as possible here. The Queen is actually still up. She'll make her way through and help me take down the single. They should time this perfectly for the Wizard and the Arch Tower. Look at the timing. Now the bats are coming around. He's going to have to use freeze this Wizard Tower one more time. Oh no. He was a little late there, so he lost a few bats. But they
I'm surprised he still has some left over, to be honest. I thought it was very late. But thankfully for Jethro, some of them survived. They are stuck on that storage. Yeah. Can he actually get down across? He's got some minions that will fly across. 10 seconds. Do not tell me this is going to be a 99.
No,
come on, minions.
Workshop at the bottom.
I know.
Oh.
It's going to be a 99.
90.
Oh, it's 98. I thought they were going to get the storage.
Jethro, what a nice try right there. But now they're going to be down by 2 stars with a 98% fail and then another 98% fail. 4 buildings from being tied up in this war. And to think that 4 buildings is the difference between 2 stars in a war like this is absolutely insane.
Brutal indeed, but hey, we have seen even closer matches. Let's not remind Itsu of that when he comes on the stream, because there has been the closest of margins. But right now, for Repotted Gaming, they are 2 stars in the lead. Just a 2-star will give them the victory, but the perfect war, if he 3 stars here, Vendetta, would mean they send a strong message to 11 Original, their German counterparts who they would be going up against next.
Absolutely. With the blimp starting off in towards this section to the left side of the Eagle Artillery. Look at all these ground skeletons that did just get pulled near the Town Hall compartment. So this queen will be able to help take that down, poisons down nice and early, which will help take these skellies and the ice golem. So he's going to be taking quite a bit of time actually through this, since and the healers are getting frozen at the same time. So he's gonna have to rage. Oh no, he has to freeze, and the queen ability was forced due to the unfortunate ice golem pathing.
Oh, I thought he protected the queen ability there, but unfortunately not. Will that come back to get him? With Hog Riders being the method of choice here, it is definitely something completely different to what we have been seeing so far. Now, with the Archer Queen tanking the Expo down to the bottom here and obviously taking that out, or to the top, sorry, by the Town Hall, it does mean the King will have a much easier job getting into the Town Hall. But look at the Hog Riders across that left-hand side. He's forced to use the Grand Warden ability due to the giant bombs, and he's already lost a couple to spring traps in that area.
He has, but that rage spell really pushed these headhunters through the defending king and the enemy queen, perfectly pathing around. Another rage being used for these hogs for the scatter into the ground expo. The queen is still up. The royal champion's got her ability, getting fantastic value, but the king does just go down, but securing the town hall. Now, can this royal champion finish off the rest of this base with her ability here?
He should be able to ping through that right side area pretty successfully. And the Archer Queen, unfortunately, going to the center of the base would have been helpful if she went across to the right. Although for time, it might actually be helpful for him. He's still got a minion, which I would suspect he would use up at the top of the base. Now, yes, he does. Royal Champion moving across. Can she get through this area and give them the perfect war? They've already won this, but with 35 seconds remaining, can he close out and get the 3 stars?
Well, with the warden, he finds the tornado trap, turns around to try to help the queen get through the wall here, and the warden's the one actually pulling all of these ground traps, which was all placed on the bottom side of the queen. She can help clear the rest of this. She's got plenty of health and the healers on her. Now it's just a matter of the minion and headhunters jumping over the wall with the wizard, taking out the barracks. With 10 seconds left, the queen is getting the 98, and there it is, the 3-star again for Repotted, which means that they went perfect here in the first war. The wildcard teams are showing up here, putting up amazing scores.
They certainly are. I did say prior to this war, they were my favorites for this entire thing, and showing you why. 15 stars. As impressive as TrainStation have been, they've obviously not been a match for Repotted Gaming. 15 stars, and I think that is their main strength. Repotted Gaming are so good at attacking that often, even if they just get 1 or 2 defenses, it is enough. But let's see what John can do to finish off here. Walk TrainStation Gaming away with the heads held high, diving into the Town Hall to start with the... Does he have the Super Wizard? Yes, he does.
Yes. He does have those super wizards. You notice he did a late invisibility spell because he's probably only taking 3 super wizards into his blimp because he wanted to test for all of the traps in this section, because there was probably a bunch of barbarians and goblins that came out due to the timing. He knew that he could just get away with being a little bit slower there and try to get that value. So the town hall has been secured, but the problem is, you drop the blimp there, you want to also get everything around the town hall, and it doesn't look like he was able to do that. Just one building, and the town hall went down. Was it worth it? We'll have to see.
Yeah, he could have arguably just dove the, sneaky goblins into that area, couldn't he, for what he'd got, and saved onto the spells. So I definitely agree with you. Perhaps he could have got better value, but the heroes are successfully getting into that bottom compartment, has managed to pop the tornado trap, so knows the dragons aren't going to have to deal with that up at the top area. But can he get a good split through the Inferno towers in the center of the base here? Looking like he should be able to.
Yeah, with the dragons pushing their way straight in, with the dragon rider moving to the multi, we do have the single target Inferno doing a havoc right here onto the dragon and picking these guys off one at a time. Now making the, was he a little late on his royal champion to help protect her with the invisibility spell? She did go down. We do have a back and air defense here that is going to be picking off these dragons, and there's so much in front that's protecting this air defense that these dragons just won't be able to push through.
No, they will not. And he's got nothing to reinforce that back end of the base, has he? So unfortunately for TrainStation, it is going to be the 12 stars that they leave with. They have put on a great performance. They have qualified and deserve to be here, but Repotted Gaming showing that they mean business. Remember, it is a single elimination bracket. So one defeat and you are out. Repotted Gaming have the toughest job out of the clans, obviously being in this first round, having to win 3 matches, but it is 1 down, 2 to go for RPG.
Yeah, they have to win the 3 like you just mentioned because they were from the wild card round. Now we have silver ticket winners that will be coming up next, but we're looking at the perfect war from Repotted Gaming. They qualified from the Queso Cup, and they did so much work in this war with 3-star after 3-star. And notice it was all Lalo attacks. So now their next opponent will actually be 11 original. So they're going to have to keep that in mind. Are they going to really change up any potential traps knowing that they all came with Lalo? Or will Repotted come in with a different attack strategies? Depends on the bases that they see.
Well, maybe Vendetta did want to use the Queen Charge Hogs at the end there just to switch things up, but perhaps, as you mentioned, with them being so strong with Lalo, 11 Original know them very well. But let's get Itsu, our good friend, across so he can break down one of those attacks, certainly giving you lots of 3-stars to choose from.
There were so many 3-stars in this match. Really cool match. It was kind of like a EU versus NA face-off. And in the end, it was just incredible performance by Repotted. As you said, Repotted was the favorite going into this, and I think we should take a look at one of their attacks as well. Lu, or how some people call him, Lalu, actually came with the Lalo attack on this base, and there's always like the same method at going in on those bases. So what you do is you're sending your queen into the town hall compartment. The only purpose of this queen is first funnel for your king, and second of all, actually taking down the town hall. This is like the first step. The next one is at the flank of that, you're going to send the king into the compartment or the royal champion. Most of the time, you're combining those two, and that's exactly what he's doing. Taking down the town hall with the queen, royal champion in, and with this, something really important is happening. This sweeper is going down, which is allowing him a Lalo pathing right into the eagle, which is like one of the most important defenses which you want to take down with the Lalo attack. So the sweeper going down, and this is kind of giving him the opening of starting this Lalo right into the eagle as soon as he threw a part finished. It's actually not really bad for him that the king's like backtracking or whatever. It's like totally fine as long as the king is really taking down those those headhunters on its way, because the headhunters are the only big threat to his Lalo. At this point, he knows he took down everything he needs, and now he's starting with his Lalo from the bottom side. The next step, which is really important, he wants to have something going into the core. And what he's doing for that, he's using the slammer actually to get this pathing right, to make sure he's going all into the core, meanwhile pushing in. He's even raging in the beginning for this Lalo, which means he's creating this pathing which is needed to get in there. So really nicely done. And this is always something with Lalo which is so difficult to do. And with those pros are doing it, it looks really easy. But just the spell placement to push your loons into the right direction, to make sure that the timings are right and your loons never backtrack. And with this was a huge overkill, where, as you guys said, like the healer was kind of a little bit swagged at the end, it feels like. So really strong attack overall.
It certainly was, and it felt like all of their Lava Loon attacks were exactly the same. But we did see a couple of defenses from Repotted Gaming, so I think we should take a look at one of those bases. And what did you make of this one? This is Tim Tastic's base, and it was John that was attacking from TrainStation Gaming into.
I think in general we have seen a lot of bases with like this classic core setup where you have multi-thermal towers in the core, scatter shots on the flank of that, and then the eagle and the town on opposite sides. Then right now we have a lot of times those sweepers pointing into the other direction, which is making P.E.K.K.A smash attacks, which is making dragon-based attacks really hard, because those are the angles you want to come from, so you're getting forced into a strategy which you might not want to go for. And this is like a really solid defense. It's 71% against a really strong playing TrainStation. So that was a good base right there.
Yes, indeed. Hats off to them, and thank you for your analysis there, Itsu. But we are going to swiftly move on to that next matchup. And I think the first thing that we should do, Carbon, is take a look at the bracket so everybody knows exactly where we are at this stage in the tournament.
Absolutely. So we started off with the very first match of TrainStation and Repotted. And Repotted getting the perfect war, advancing. They will be taking on 11 Original later today. But the next war up is the 2 silver ticket winners, Carnage Gaming taking on Tribe Gaming. And Judo, we're going to have to take a look at the community and what their results, what did they think about this upcoming war? And they believe Tribe Gaming has a 72%. Wow, okay. Really favoring Tribe.
I thought it might have been closer than that, but I think we should ask for predictions of the next matchup as well, so that we can gather all of the results. Obviously, you've just seen Repotted Gaming. They will be taking on 11 Original, so hashtag Eve or hashtag RG, depending on who you think is going to win that matchup. And just like we did with the Tribe and Carnage one, we will give you the results once it is ready. But real quick, Carbon, war is about to start. Who do you think is going to win this one?
Well, I think the 2 favored teams in this bottom bracket here is going to be Tribe Gaming and Repotted Gaming. So I think Tribe has the advantage, but we've seen them talk about some of the players that they have faced, and they really talk really highly of Carnage Gaming. So this is the matchup that they are focused on. They're ready to go, and their opponents are Carnage Gaming. They are the French clan trying to represent.
They are. There's definitely a mutual respect between these 2 clans, both being from the European region, and they know how difficult this matchup is going to be. Across both of the teams, Tribe Gaming looked so strong in that previous monthly qualifier, whereas in the European region, Carnage Gaming qualified into the ESL mobile tournament, whereas Tribe Gaming did not. So Carnage got a lot of practice in that tournament. Perhaps it's allowed Tribe to focus solely on the World Championships. Lots of speculation, but it is Nebrax starting us off. We know how much he likes his Lava Loon attack. We see him using a variety of the Lalo, and this time he's got the Sui Lalo for us.
Absolutely, and this is the thing. Tribe going first, so they are setting the tone in this war. If you lose this, you are eliminated. There is no second chances. It's not a double elimination bracket. You will be going home, with Nebrax using that invisibility spell to help push this queen to make sure she's taking this town hall down. And yes, the town hall has been secured, using a skeleton spell to help distract that defending world champion, as his RC now goes in to help try to secure her with the poison. And does he have any? No more invisibility spells here. Can he take her down? It looks like he did.
He did, but the Royal Champion now going to be stuck on the defending Clan Castle troops. She's got enough shots on the scatter that hopefully that Seeking Shield will take it down, as it did. The Headhunter from the defending Clan Castle was attacking the Royal Champion, so I was a little bit worried that she wasn't going to get that there.
Yeah, you're a little worried. Oh, the Royal Champ dies once the Lava Hound did pop, because a lot of people don't know that the Hound, once it pops, does do a bit of damage. So it actually can hurt your troops that are right underneath it. But here we go with a Lava Hound flying in from the 6 o'clock, with an Ice Hound following in right behind, because he looks like this Ice Hound will actually have to fly to the left side by the Seagull Artillery, and then once it gets there, it could pop and freeze this whole area.
It could, and notice the enemy Archer Queen is standing in that area, so it should provide pretty good value, particularly since he's got the skeleton spell right on top of the Queen as well. So very nicely done. He's not got a lot of balloons in towards that central wizard tower, but the Grand Warden ability does help that small group through, and did absorb a couple of the red air bombs as well.
Those Ice Pups are onto the Queen. Remember, Ice Pups also slow down whatever they are hitting, even if it's a defense or a defending hero. So they're doing a fantastic work and take down that Queen super quick. There's the heal spell on these balloons. Has another Rage and a Freeze. To use on this backside. Can he do it? It's all about the timing for these balloons. It depends on if there's red air bombs, things waiting in this backside. There's the Rage. There's the freeze to try to push these balloons through, but he doesn't have that many left.
He doesn't, and they've gone to the single target Inferno Tower. They will bypass the rage spell en route to that multi. So unfortunately, he's not going to get that. Should be able to get close to the 90% here, actually. Dragon Rider is going to get that multi-target Inferno, so he should be able to rack up a little bit more percentage here, but just not enough for that 3-star.
Hold on. This air defense can do some work as long as this Warden goes for the AD. No, he's
only
going
got
for
8
the
seconds.
storage. Oh, that's true time. No matter what, the Warden, does just get picked off by this air defense. And it's a 94 to start off this war for Tribe Gaming. So this could be the small opening that Carnage Gaming is looking to take advantage of here.
It certainly could be. 3 stars are what you are wanting throughout this. 94% is a high percentage, so any slip up, it could likely be lower than that. Now, normally for Carnage, we see Fabian attacking first. He is a master of the P.E.K.K.A. Smash attack. He's been using the Super Bowler Smash here and there as well, and we did see that successfully yesterday, so I'm wondering whether he is fancying the Super Bowlers or the P.E.K.K.A. Smash, or even if he's going to be attacking first. But it is Fabian, and it is the P.E.K.K.A. Smash.
Yeah, sticking with the P.E.K.K.A.s and the Super Wizards. Doesn't want to bring those Super Bowlers. I mean, they have, I believe, been hitting at like an 80% hit rate with them. Not too many attacks, but when they have used them, they've been getting the 3 stars and been converting. So you really have to know how to use them. Most pro players are practicing with the Lalo, the Hydra, the P.E.K.K.A. Smash is just like this because they really feel a lot more comfortable with those types of attacks. But what you're really looking for when you do an attack like this, if you're starting with a Warden walk, you have to grab that important value defense. And that one is the multi-target Inferno right in this bottom section before he comes in with the rest of his troops.
Yep, you are wanting one of those key defenses, aren't you? Either the multi, the eagle, scatter, sometimes even the town hall they go for, and you have to get that in a timely manner. But you notice how easy it was when he deployed the queen to pull the Grand Warden across. Now, I didn't see what the Expo was locked onto. I'm not sure if you did, Carbon.
I think
it was onto
Warden.
the Warden. It must have been, yeah, because he froze the Expo to obviously transition it to something else.
Absolutely. You don't want that Warden ability to be used early. We've seen it happen, and it absolutely backfires. But now, this Warden can save the ability for way later in the raid to help really protect these P.E.K.K.A.s. That's the key. People don't realize when they're doing this attack is they pop the Warden ability trying to protect, okay, all my troops here. But really, the key is, though, you have to keep your eyes on your P.E.K.K.A.s in this type of attack because those are the ones that tank later, and you need them to provide that high DPS through the backside of this base. And look at them go through here. They're going to absolutely shred through this queen and make their way closer to this town hall, which is absolutely crushing this backside. And he's grabbing the hogs coming out of that siege barracks, help take down that multi-target Inferno. And these P.E.K.K.A.s have just finally gone down now.
They have. He's still got the queen ability, and hopefully she can stay away from that poison for a little bit longer. He's used that Royal Champion ability, though, which has helped out massively. Still has a couple of Hog Riders that just went down. So if the Royal Champion can help to clear this bottom area, and they can merge together, the RC and the Queen, he might be okay here, but the healers just took a huge blow. That's going to impact the Queen, but does he have enough for these final few defenses?
I think he does, but the King doesn't have much health. The small bomb, oh no! The problem is the Queen, she's going to take the jump, so she's going to stay away. We do have a Witch that with the Skellies can help distract so much, but he's got it. There's going to be too many defenses that are going to be distracting. The Queen has just enough health to take out this Builder Hut. The Wizards over in the far backside grab the gold mine, and down goes that final Tesla. And Fabian for Carnage Gaming starts off with a 3-star. Now Tribe Gaming needs to turn this one around.
They certainly do. He is so good with the P.E.K.K.A. Smash. You might recognize Fabian, previously played under Activity in previous seasons, obviously, for the World Championships. A very talented player, and he always seems to get the P.E.K.K.A. Smash to work. So, wise move putting him up first to get those 3 stars, and obviously an early advantage to them, which whilst I'm sure Tribe Gaming have a lot of experience, mentally that's got to impact them knowing this is a one and done tournament. So it's Kronos that they've got up Carbon. Wasn't his hit rate 11 out of 12 last time?
Yeah.
This is when he needs to continue it.
It was absolutely insane. He was a walking 3-star. I feel it really felt like when Kronos was attacking, I was like, wait, why are we showing his attack? It should automatically be a 3-star, right? That's what he comes in with. It's unbelievable what he can do. It's like guaranteed coming through. But, you know, I say this now.
I was going to say.
And, but either way, we have a triple ice golem coming out of this clan castle. They're going to slow this queen down. Luckily, it doesn't look like these ice golems are in the range of where these healers are located, so they will be able to keep this queen nice and healthy as he's taking his time through this top section.
Yet the hybrid, the method of choice, going to walk the Archer Queen down this right-hand side just a little bit further, and then... I mean, it's a little bit tough, I would say, with the hybrid. Archer Queen will be able to get that Town Hall, and then with the King pushing into this bottom area, I'm assuming he's going to want the Royal Champion towards that multi-target Inferno. The hybrid has a big area across the middle with storages to get through.
Absolutely. The storages are the big thing that you have to keep your eye on. But notice this. The Queen is charging away into the Town Hall. Already activated the Tornado Trap. I activated some of the small bombs. But also there's no single target Inferno near the Town Hall, which allows this Queen to continue to stay up and tank these Expos while the hybrid does not get affected by it. Here comes some headhunters. The Warden is going to pop his ability into the core of this base. King is going to help establish more of this funnel. And I'm really liking what this is turning out to be. Even the stones, even the siege barracks has even deployed probably the hogs that are going to come out of there.
Yeah, they should beeline straight across towards that Eagle artillery. And he's still got a couple of spells for the back end alongside the hero abilities. 1 minute remains, but lots of troops on the board. Here come those reinforcement Hog Riders. Can just help towards the back end scatter shot, but he can continue to freeze it. Even has the invisibility, which will probably be used for the Royal Champion. But honestly, he does not even need it at this stage, does he? So much power towards the end of the base. This is exactly what Tribe Gaming needed, and overpowering, crushing 3-star to make sure that they bounce back and really keep Carnage Gaming on the top of their game as well.
Absolutely swagging that last invisibility spell. Didn't even need it. And I mean, I was worried I was about to jinx Kronos there, but it looks like you can't even do it. That's how OP this player is. You have to keep your eye on him anytime he attacks for Tribe Gaming because of the attack strategy that he uses and really can dissect those bases. So it really comes down to the rest of Tribe. Can they come in with their attacks? Because we saw a relatively higher percentage 2-star from Nebrox to start off this war, but now it's going to come from Carnage Gaming. Can they put up another 3-star to keep their lead? Or will Diz fall short with a potential Queen Charge Dragon Rider?
This is the favorite strategy of Diz, and he is one of the players from Carnage Gaming that said he was most worried about Tribe Gaming. Like I said, when we asked all of the players beforehand, there was definitely a mutual respect between these two clans, but that will probably just make them rise to the situation even more. Now, you see the wall breaks down to the bottom area, just waiting to dive the King into there at the same time that the Archer Queen will be stepping in towards this multi-target Inferno, and with the log launcher, is going to be aiming to push on even further as well.
Absolutely. He wants to push this Queen all the way towards the Town Hall here. This King is going to get some nice value, but the log launcher is actually going to get hit by the Royal Champion a little early, but it does open that wall there very nicely. So he's able to take a sigh of relief, knowing that the wall is open from the log launcher, and he's continuing this Queen Charge. Oh, I think the healer pulled the Sinking Air Mine, and the balloon did not. So he is down at least one healer.
Yeah, he'd lost one a little bit earlier as well, actually. Ooh. So I think he's running a bit short on it. But the Barbarian King has relieved a lot of damage that the Queen would have been taking, and has to use the invisibility. But the Eagle still on the Queen. Ability is used, and that was his failsafe for the Town Hall.
The healers are getting locked down by the eagle. It finally goes down here, but can the queen secure the town hall not using the spell? Then yes, the town hall goes down. The queen got her value. Now will that Dragon Riders be able to push to the top side with an early warden ability to protect these headhunters as well?
Multi-target Inferno in the center might be a little bit troublesome depending on the path of these Dragon Riders, because there you go, there's a bunch of traps.
Yeah.
So always froze it. A very wise move there for that single Dragon Rider to take that down. Even though it has a slither of health, it just means all of the other Dragon Riders will not be taking the fire from that multi the entire time. A good tornado trap pop there, I would say, for him. Doesn't have to deal with that, but there's still quite a lot of defenses, and he just needs to hold on to this RC ability for as long as possible. I think with that ability, though, it's looking very good, Carbon. This is done.
Absolutely. With an RC ability in the bag to help take out the final buildings here. Will pop it probably onto the Archer Tower. No, still waiting. Maybe just wants to pop it onto the final few defenses or buildings, because we do have the defending king platform, which he does need to take down. So maybe he's saving it for that, because that could be a huge issue with time.
It could be. The minions should take down the king and then take that down. Just pop the RC ability. You're good. Right. Pop it. Pop the ability. There we go. Wants to do it for the final buildings. Obviously, I know it's a big thing, but time could be a deciding factor if stars and percentage are the same. So you always want to make sure you're getting the fastest attack time. But with the 3-star, that doesn't even matter at this stage, because Carnage Gaming still in the lead after 2 attacks each.
Yeah, they're in the lead by 6 buildings. It was at a 94% 2-star that we had from Nebrex. So it is so close in this war. Anything can happen with the final set of attacks. We're only 2 attacks in from each side. Still a lot of clashing to happen here. But the next attacker, I mean, we probably have, Eve Maxi, we have Eve Check, and then we have also Axos is probably to come. But Eve Maxi is the next one up with the Super Giants. Okay, or only has one of them. Probably just to do a little bit of tanking, because you know the Super Giant does do a little bit of extra damage to the walls, but doesn't look like he wants to do that. But he wants to tank with the Super Giant while the Queen is trying to help take down this air defense, because it would be in range of his healers.
Yep, just making sure that when he deploys the healers, he is not going to take any damage. Eve Maxi, quite scared of this area, making sure he's deploying multiple Coco Loons to try and take out any of the Seeking Air Mines. You do not want to get baited early on with your Queen charge. Does help with taking out the Eagle a little bit quicker as well, but no Seeking Air Mines found at the moment, so continuing to sail those balloons on through.
A lot of damage. I'm worried about Raccoons coming out of this Clan Castle, which could be a devastating CC. No, it is only a Lava Hound here, because, you know, the Raccoons are so fast that you have to react right away, either freezing or doing a double poison spell. But either way, the Queen will get through this Lava Hound one at a time, slowly taking it. There's another Rage spell to waken this Queen up. And then we do see a sweeper that is off to both sides here in both directions, pointing towards 9 and 3 o'clock, but it decides to send this dragon over there because he's already established a little bit of a funnel.
He has, and he wants to push the Archer Queen into the center of the base here, making sure he is time efficient as well. Enemy Archer Queen shortly will be engaged, so he uses the Rage early with the Headhunter. Now they freeze, and here comes the Barbarian King to this right-hand side as well. Notice he has the Battle Blimp selected. That is now deployed so that he can use the Warden ability to get the Battle Blimp all the way through to the Town Hall.
Perfect Warden ability here to protect these balloons as well. When you can protect balloons with that Warden ability, they can continue through the task for more traps. Under the Rage spell is going to be able to help take the Town Hall down with the Yetis, then also grab a few other defenses around this compartment. Look at the Royal Champion is still up with her ability. The King has done so much work. The Queen is still going. We just have this back section with an air defense with the dragons. It looks like they will go down, but these heroes should get some fantastic value as they continue this push through.
Yep, just making sure that the single target Inferno goes down. He still has the Archer Queen ability and 40 seconds to finish off. Eve Maxi making sure he does not get a 99% time fail repeat this time. Look at the celebration. I love it. Tribe Gaming keeping the 3 stars rolling, keeping the pressure on, and making sure that if Carnage Gaming slip up, they are there to take the lead themselves.
Eve Maxi is too used to getting those high percent time fails. So when he is able to convert for a 3-star, you can see the excitement on his face, knowing this is a one and done. You lose and you are out of the last chance qualifiers. The winner of this match will go to the finals to try to win one more war to get that golden ticket and make it to Worlds for this year of Clash of Clans. So much is on the line here. What a great attack from Eve Maxi. Now the pressure is back onto Carnage. See what they can do.
The pressure continues to mount, doesn't it? I mean, you would like to have the stars on the board, but I guess you'd still rather be in Carnage Gaming's position because the war is in their hands offensively at this stage. But Anonymous using the Queen Charge Dragon Rider, which is his favorite attack. He tends to stick to that in the previous tournaments I have seen him in. So he's very proficient with this. But that's also a little bit of a disadvantage if Tribe Gaming have been able to identify that in the scouting and base building stage.
Yeah, that's the big thing is they spend so much time, both clans, in scouting and really understanding their opponents. They've had several weeks to be able to prepare for them. And the question is, does your opponent switch up their attack strategy to really throw you for a loop? Because we saw it yesterday as well in a war from Tavatan, but unfortunately they were not able to convert those into 3 stars. But there's a Rocket Loons coming out of this defending CC. Oh,
his Queen's down! You seen the reaction on his face.
I was like, what happened?
I know. I was the same. Obviously, we're a little bit behind watching this. That is exactly what you called in the Eve Maxi attack, wasn't it, Carbon? So just diving the Battle Blimp into the Town Hall now, making sure that that is down. But like you also said, the attack from Nebrax was 94%. So this is looking dangerous now and might be tricky to even match that.
Yeah, the problem now is the Blimp went to the Town Hall, and you know that probably was not the plan. He had to secure the 2-star. He wanted this Queen to continue her path through because he has another Super Wall Breaker to use. And that Queen was unfortunately going down, and I talked about it in the previous attack from Eve Maxi, is the problem with the Rocket Loons. They are so quick. Normally, the way you deal with Rocket Loons and Super Minion CCs is you poison the Super Minions, you freeze the Rocket Loons, and he actually did the reverse, which caused the Queen to go down. The Rocket Loons were too quick and took her down and was not able to keep her alive through the ability. But still have the world champion trying to get as much percentage as possible. And he do this that, oh no, the defending world champ and the single target Inferno are up. So the mark to beat right now is get as close to a 94% as possible.
Yeah, he just needs to try and clear as many defenses as possible to allow the non-defensive buildings on the outside to be cleared. I would put a minion up at 2 o'clock, Anonymous. Or maybe he's thinking that the storage might not even go down in the 30 seconds. But either way, I would be doing something to try and clean that building on the outside. Maybe even the army camp down to the bottom could be helpful. There is the minion up the top, but he could have sent that in a little bit earlier, to be honest with you. Oh, what is it going to be? He might actually get close to 90% here, but he's definitely not matching that 94.
No, he's not. So he's going to be quite a bit behind here. So they're going to be tied on stars. And now the momentum has completely shifted to Tribe Gaming's favor with just a couple more attacks to use in this war. And look at that Queen going down, that Rocket Loon. Remember, the Rocket Loon not only is faster, but it does the death damage just like a Battle Blimp. So if the Queen has next to no health and the Rocket Loon falls on top of her, she will die, and you can't do anything about it. That's why you have to freeze the Rocket Loon and poison the Super Minions, and he just unfortunately did the other way around, and that cost him his Queen.
It did, and whenever you lose the opening part of your attack, it's so hard to fix. If something goes wrong towards the end, it's a little bit easier, but here we go. Tribe Gaming now in the lead after 3 attacks. Evechek stepping up to the plate. We know how much experience he has, much like Eve Maxi. He was part of the original Tribe Gaming team back in 2019, and he also won the Town Hall 13 Cup with Tribe Gaming, so plenty of experience. Will that shine when he needs it most? The Queen charge into Hydra, but
no! Look, he wanted to force the Queen up towards the Eagle Artillery.
And the ability as well.
Yeah, early ability. Unfortunate. He went for this air defense. So now he's going to have to adapt on the fly. And this is exactly what Carnage Gaming is looking for.
Certainly is. Trying to use that invisibility spell to fix things. Now, he's still got his Queen. But can he reverse his plan here? Can he salvage something? He can still get value down to the bottom of the base, but when you're having to think on the fly, there's obviously so many more mistakes can happen, and without having that fail-safe of the Archqueen ability as well, he's got to be careful here. Does get the scatter shot down so he can allow the healers to heal the Queen a little bit more, but does indeed use that rage, but a little bit safe. And do you think he's going to use the jump to try and allow the Queen through to the Town Hall at this point? Oh no, he's using the Battle Blimp down in that area. He just wants that central multi.
He's realizing that there's so much to get through. There's the jump to get the Queen in towards the middle multi-target Inferno, but the problem is, no.
Oh, she's down, I bet.
Oh, no, a double freeze and a rage. Oh, no. But the Town Hall has been secured, and things are going really not according to plan here for Evechek. He's trying to get as much value as possible. And unfortunately, he does have a little bit of a wizard walk off to the left side, but it's not going to be able to get any value over there. The King is running around. At this point, he's looking to get as much percentage as possible, and he needs to keep it rolling through to the as high up to the 90s. There's an early warded ability to protect these dragons, and the Royal Champion is continuing this push through.
Yep, he needs that high percentage, and you can feel the pressure mounting on these players, can't you? Forcing errors in the attacks as well. If the Archer Queen had have got that multi-target Inferno, you can see how the pathing of the dragons would have actually been pretty good. He's still got the Royal Champion ability, which he's only just popped now. But what is it going to be? Creeping up into the 80s, but that's going to drop the percentage way back down now. Behind Carnage Gaming, and obviously give them the opportunity to go a star in the lead again. So less than ideal for Tribe Gaming. Still not out of this, and has managed to push up towards 85%. But Carnage Gaming now just need to take advantage of that and close this one out.
Yeah, with just under 4 seconds left, finishing up with an 87% 2-star. So he's getting decent percentage here, but this is exactly what Carnage Gaming is looking for in this war, to open the door, to give them the opportunity to make this comeback.
Well, let's find out exactly what is going to be happening in the next attack then. It is going to be Carnage Gaming trying to push forward and get that 3-star. And it is Hugo Stiglitz here, ready to pounce. He normally has been attacking quite often, I would say, with the Queen Charge into Hog Riders, flipping that this time and using the Dragons. An early stab to the right side of the base with the Battle Blimp, flying towards the Town Hall.
Yeah, that Battle Blimp is looking to push into the Town Hall with the early warden ability, really protecting into the Town Hall. Oh, the clone comes through, takes that single target Inferno down, and now continuing these dragons to push through to the middle. Does he establish this funnel?
Oh, it's going to be a tricky one here, isn't it? He did manage to get a couple of the red air bombs down towards the central area of the base there, but as the dragons fly down to the bottom, I'm not sure they are going to be drawn towards that multi-target Inferno, and he might rely on the Royal Champion here, but with the Clan Castle still looming in that area, it is a tricky position to be in right now for Hugo Stiglitz.
Yeah, it really is. These dragons are pushing their way towards the middle. He does have one dragon up to the top side, but the thing is there is an air defense that will pick them off real quick. But notice, he still has the Royal Champion to deploy, so she can get some incredible value. But the question is there a defending Lava Hound inside the clan castle? I don't think I took a look at it, so that could really do so much damage and stopping his Royal Champion in her tracks if that's the case.
That is exactly why he's waited so long on that deployment, to try and make sure as many defenses are down as possible before there is the opportunity of engaging there. With the Queen ability and RC ability left over, he's still looking pretty good here, you know. There's not many defenses left, and he's done a commendable job. The patience to hold on to the heroes, and there is a defending Lava Hound. Multi is there. I think he should still get this with the hero abilities.
Yeah, the hero abilities will do so much work, but the problem was the RC is stepping into the multi-target Inferno range. Does have the Unicorn healing up this Queen just a bit. And the Queen took out the Archer Tower, and there are the Lava Pups. RC's ability will go off, taking down these final buildings. Oh, there it is. Skipped across, but these Lava Pups are doing work.
The Queen still has her ability, so she should be able to help with those Lava Pups. She will get that multi, and he's got more than enough to take that top area down. Tribe Gaming might have thought they had another opportunity there, but Hugo Stiglitz, with the experience he has himself, obviously Vice World Champion in 2019 with MCES, holding strong and making sure that he gets the 3-star for Carnage Gaming, putting them back in the lead on stars. So right now, Tribe Gaming will trail by a star and percentage. They have to get a 3-star in the next attack and hope for a defense in the last one.
Well done to Carnage Gaming. Hugo Stiglitz, he has the experience. He's been on the main stage before. He knows how to handle pressure situations just like this and puts the 3-star on the board. He doesn't really get nervous right there. He was able to hold his nerves and use that Royal Champion towards the end of the attack to be able to grab all of that value. Well done.
Yep, doesn't phase him, does it? But it is Exorcist attacking last for Tribe Gaming. The pressure that he has right now is immense. He has to get the 3-star if they have any opportunity of winning. You see the percentage is actually still pretty close, Carbon. They're not a million miles away here. But let's see what he's got for us. Starting the Queen charge to this right-hand side, entering into the corner. Do you think he's just reacting here as to which way the Queen goes? That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like a symmetrical base, but the thing I wanted to point out to you is the percentage. Look at the bottom of the screen and notice Carnage Gaming has an advantage on the percentage, which means they could potentially win just on a 2-star in percent and not necessarily have to clutch up for a 3-star. So that really is going into their planning to know exactly what they have to do for their final attack. And that is why having the very last attack in a war can have a huge advantage. But Exorcist doesn't care about that. He knows he must triple no matter what here.
Certainly needs to. With the dragons flying into the bottom area, it should help to push the Queen through these multi-target Infernos, through the enemy Archer Queen. You see the Tornado Trap early down there, also catching the Battle Blimp, and he's already used the Warden ability. He's got a long flight to the Town Hall, and the Sweeper continuing to push it back.
It is. Will this blimp make it? It looks like it's going all the way through. There's no double seeking air mine, so the blimp safely gets to the town hall. And look at this. The Lava Hound is actually over by the defending king, which is perfect. So these dragons do not get stalled up by it. And here comes the Royal Champion on the backside of the base. The Queen still has ability, and this is looking really good for Exorcist with the clutch attack at the end here, which is going to put the pressure back onto Carnage Gaming.
It certainly is exactly what he needed. He does need to hold strong here, not take any chances, even though it is all but confirmed. Do not start celebrating too early there. He can do it now. He can do it now with the Archer Queen ability left to go. What this means, Carbon, I was just quickly looking at the percentages again, is that obviously if Carnage Gaming 3-star, they win, but they are 3 percentage points in the lead. So it would have to be above a 97% 2-star to guarantee the victory on the 2-star. Super, super close. Tribe Gaming doing all they can, and a brilliant attack by Excosist.
So those are the numbers. We'll have to keep our eye on the bottom left of the screen. I'm sure we'll be able to find out exactly what they need to win in terms of a 2-star, because we know a 3-star is a guaranteed victory. 98. To think that you just have to get a time fail to be able to advance to the grand finals to have a chance at winning your golden ticket that they've been trying all these months to get is this close, right at your fingertips. Now, the question is, if you were before the qualifiers and this opportunity presented itself, would you take it to say, hey, we need to get this high percent 2-star or 3-star? And if you do get it, you advance to the grand finals.
I mean, I think they would take it. I really do, because at this stage, it's in your hands, isn't it? And you don't even need the 3-star, but you've got to say, I mean, 97 would draw the percentage even. Maybe they'd still win on time, but 98, it's a high percentage to hit. So if anything goes wrong here, it could still easily be the win to Tribe Gaming. So let's take a close look on here with the Barbarian King already dove into that top area. He sent the Battle Blimp to the Town Hall, keeping our eyes on that. Sneaky Goblins down there. Yep, down goes the Town Hall.
The healers were getting hit by this air defense a little bit, so he is forced to drop a little bit more balloons to help take that down, but he is going to secure this Lava Hound. But notice, the Eagle Artillery is finally now just activating, and it did actually lock on to the King, which is going to be able to help protect the Queen. And Viking is continuing the charge through, needs to keep this Queen to get the enemy Queen, the Eagle, and all this value through the core. Doesn't even have a jump spell, relying on this charge. He still has a Lala with the Royal Champion, but he doesn't have too many balloons, only 16 in his attack now.
Yeah, I was wondering a little bit earlier, could he sneak a balloon onto that Eagle, but it is actually in range of the multi. However, the Queen charge is still doing pretty good right now. Like you said, though, has it cost him having to send in those extra balloons? Queen is locked onto by the single. Does he invest a spell, or does he allow the ability to go off? It is the ability. Hopefully he can get through to that single target Inferno. But yes, healers super low in health and getting picked off so easily right now. They're gone.
Yeah, they are gone with the Ward Internal Tome still to use. The Eagle has been... No, the Eagle don't want the balloons! Where'd they go?
Oh,
the Ward ability was just too late! Oh, no, their RC goes down!
This is it.
Oh!
Tribe.
That small mistake. The Warden ability was that close. If he was a little early, he would have protected through the Eagle shots. And the RC goes down to the scatter shot. Has just a few balloons left to use. And that would have been able to push through and overwhelm the final defenses to get closer to the 98. He's got the freeze, and these balloons are slowly getting picked off. He needs a 98 to get this victory, and it looks like he's not going to be able to get it here on the outside.
It doesn't look like it with that air defense popping things off, but he does have the Grand Warden. He's remaining calm. You know, if he'd sent that balloon into the Eagle a little bit quicker, maybe he could have indeed got that. Red air bombs smashing through the minions in the center. 94 will soon be 95, but it looks like it is just going to be short. Is it even going to be a 96? 95. Tribe Gaming win on the smallest of margin here, Carbon. You can see just 2 percentage points in the lead, 13 to 13. What a close war that one was.
3 buildings from winning this war, 2 from tying. Absolutely incredible. You're gonna have to go back, rewatch some of these attacks and see which buildings got taken down for Tribe at the very last second, and those were the ones. That is exactly why you want to pick off every single possible building, and that is what helped Tribe advance to the grand final match here in the last chance qualifier, because that is what this is. It's your last chance to get that golden ticket, Judo.
It is. They advance, but will it be their German counterparts of 11 Original or Repotted Gaming that they meet? That will be the next matchup coming up. However, let's just continue talking about that matchup for a little bit longer because it was so intense, wasn't it? Such a roller coaster ride. It looked like Carnage Gaming had it in the bag as we went along, but Tribe Gaming, they were able to focus, keep getting every single percentage point, which we always talk about, and it really did come into matter.
Absolutely. That small difference, those buildings and Tribe, and this war was just going back and forth. Tribe had the advantage. Carnage had the advantage. It just kept going, and it was that final situation in order to get to say, hey, you need a high percent 2 or even the 3 to win this war, and was unable to get that, which allowed Tribe Gaming to advance, and now they are just waiting for the next moment. And Judo, man, some incredible stuff, but we should definitely now invite Itsu to help break down one of these attacks from this absolutely insane war. Itsu, which one are you going to be breaking down for us here?
I think one thing which we have not really talked about too much was that was actually like a kind of a new strategy, or like at least a strategy which got used quite a bit from Tribe, and that's the combination of a Queen Charge and Dragons and Dragon Riders. Typically we see Queen Charged Dragon Riders, we will see Dragons and Dragon Riders on its alone, but Tribe used 3 times this technique, and we're going to take a look at why exactly they did that. So the first thing which is really important to highlight are those 2 areas of the base, which means this is an area on both sides of the town hall where there are no buildings whatsoever. This means we can just mark this area and say, okay, there's no buildings, which means there won't be any there won't be any pathing pretty much for those Dragons and Dragon Riders. So the next thing what he's going to do, he is clearing out the top side. And now you can see already something really coming up, which is the Dragon pathing and the Dragon Rider pathing, because it's just going to path into this core, just going in there, making sure that this core is getting completely wrecked. With all of those openings, you can just send the king on the back end. And with this setup of pathing, it is so incredibly important to make sure that you can control your troops, where they're going, how they can take down the next part of the base, the next most important defense, and where they are located at that point. And you can see the Queen really nicely going through. He was, as I think Judo said, lucky a little bit that there was a Hound in there. We have seen Rocket Loons taking down Queens in this match, so quite unfortunate, but at the end, a really, really beautiful 3-star.
Certainly was, and we did see a couple of defenses as well from either team, actually showing that the base building super important. But let's take a look at Kronos's base, and what do you make of this one, Itsu?
Yeah, I think on this one, the Clan Castle carries, I think we have all seen it, like this Rocket Loon. I think Carvin really nicely explained it. And what surprises me, it's sadly, to all Queen Charges, it should be at this point clear, you never poison the Rocket Loons. This is not what you do. You poison the super minions and you freeze the Rocket Loons. This Clan Castle inside the base is always forcing this amount of spells, but at this point, you never lose your Queen if you do that. So, really surprising that he did not follow this classic approach, and yeah, this cost him the Queen and this entire match.
Yeah, I guess it did in the end. So GG to Tribe Gaming moving on forward. Obviously, commiserations to Carnage Gaming putting on a great performance, but it is time to start moving along to that next matchup, which is 11 Original and Repotted Gaming. So I guess it's goodbye from me and Carbon for the moment, and I'll let you and Woody take it from here, Itsu.
Yeah, we're going to take over and go into the next match, right, Woody?
That's right. Itsu, it's a pleasure to be back on the cast with you, and what an amazing series of wars we have had already. Very tight matches, and leading into an even more exciting round 3. We are finally going to get a chance to see 11 Original going up against our wildcard team, Repotted Gaming.
Yeah, that's right, and the community has voted, and the community said 71% is going with Repotted, which I can understand. They're just looking incredible. They just came from 15 stars, which is already really strong. And we have the lineup coming in again. Vendetta, Giannis, Klinger, Lou, and Fantastic. They're just incredible with the current meta, because Lalo, we have talked about that, Judah and Carbon have mentioned that already. Lalo right now is so incredibly strong if you can execute, and this is what they did in their first match. Can they repeat that though against 11 Original?
That is a good question, but I am holding out hope. We have heard from many people in chat that Repotted Gaming is just built different. But let's give credit where it's due to 11 Original. They are one of the veteran squads of Clash of Clans. They reached 3 monthly qualifiers in Clash Worlds 2020, but despite that strong performance, did not earn a golden ticket. Instead, they got through the World Finals last year through the wildcard voting, so they're hoping once again on a last chance opportunity to make it into the World Finals this year. Lou from Repotted Gaming will be the first attacker here for this squad, and boy, is he going to start off with the gas pedal pushed down. Hard strike in the left corner with a queen poke here to grab the Town Hall, leading into a triple Lava Hound Lalo strike.
Yeah, and this is like Lou's thing. He's always going for the Sui Lalo, always doing that thing. And you can see, I don't know if he's having a disconnect or something. You see the view to the camera, seeing if it's still on. But there's the freeze. We're in there. Everything looking good. Queen is on that Town Hall. The Royal Champion should hopefully take down the scatter shot. Wait a second. Yes, not having an invisibility spell, which means the scatter's staying alive.
Oh no. I wonder if that was a poor plan or if he was just willing to throw away the Royal Champion? Big investment to spend here there either way. And Lou, now with that Town Hall down, did not unfortunately finish off even the CC troops. Super Minions popping back out now to give that Unicorn a little bit of problem. And I'm a bit bewildered now as to what his plan is. He's just going to have to wait for that poison to tick away at the Super Minions, keep them corralled in there. But this is costing him a lot of time that he doesn't really have to spend on a base where he's only got 3 haste spells and a rage to get all the way through. Nonetheless, Lalo can go very quickly at the last stage if you've got a good spread on these loons. Let's see how this shapes up.
Yeah, but he's having the single Inferno Tower on his Slammer. You want to have the Slammer into the core, which is giving you so much value because it can tank so much. There's now the Rage. There's now the Hounds playing across. And would you take a look at this? So many traps are getting tanked. And now the Loons are following with that heal. But the NATO Trap is rotating them out of the seal spell. And all of them are going down, it seems like.
Oh no! Crucial misstep here. Lou is really taking a lot of flames and fire in the center. Infernos are just heating things way too hot. Like a summer's day, he is sweating. Lou right there in the center has lost all hope of a good start for Repotted Gaming. And this is the big pickup 11 Original needed early on to get this lead started strong. What an impressive defense to see all 3 Inferno Towers still standing at the end of the attack.
Yeah, we have seen the stats in the beginning of the match, right? Like, we have seen Repotted with a higher average score on stars, but a lower percentage on average. And this is the exact reason why. With those Lalo attacks, they have incredible hit rates. But at the same time, if Lalo is failing, most of the time we see a percentage like this, which is obviously dropping the percentage quite a bit. So overall, 82, wait, maybe... Is this the mission of the legend of the last lava pub? Can you take another percentage? We have seen earlier today how important it is to get every single percent you can get. But it seems like it's going to finish off on an 82% 2-star for Lou. So a really strong defense, a really good start for 11 Original.
Yeah, if you showed me a base that still had all 3 Inferno Towers standing, I would have guessed that the percentage would have been a lot lower than that. So congratulations to Lou on managing to salvage a low 80% here. It wasn't one of the worst hits that we've seen so far today, but that's kind of not a great thing to be saying about an attack that is supposed to be leading the charge into battle. Repotted Gaming with a huge favorite among the community vote and even among my fellow casters I've heard on rehearsal and throughout today, you guys saying Repotted Gaming is the team to beat. So this is a really unfortunate start. But as you've also said before, there's 5 attacks in a war, so don't call it too soon. Eve Kala will be the next to attack now with a mass drag army and 3 Dragon Riders to stack on top of it. Bats for the finishing blow with 3 free spells to shut down those pesky multi-target Infernos.
Yeah, and the team captain for 11 Original is, he really likes to run this bad with the dragon-based strategy. He's really good at it. At the same time, this is something which we have not really highlighted too much. At this point, in this bracket, there are only German teams left, and they all know each other because they're all playing in the ESL Meisterschaft, for example. So those bases get ready for some crazy baits, as we have just seen. So let's see if this attack was baited. The Yak actually going crazy, opening up even the next wall. But there is a rocket loon coming out, which means there should be another one in there as well.
I am ready for it. Already a quarter of the base chunked out now and holding on to a battle blimp for an easy strike at the town hall. Kala has done some excellent foreshadowing for the later stage hit, and here it comes like a massive wave of resistance crashing into this base. Dragons on the horizon soar straight through. They get an early shot at the enemy Archer Queen as well as a scatter shot. Two big defensive bulwarks annihilated and neutralizing the remaining defenses on the interior now with a big Eternal Tome to protect the battle blimp, heading straight to the town hall for a clever drop on that first star. Second one comes in right afterwards.
Yeah, and now the next look should be, we should search for some splash damage. We have overall 3 wizard towers left alive at this point. The one ice golem is tanking nicely one of them, but at the same time there's a double combination of a scatter shot and a wizard tower. This wizard tower in the core would be huge if it would go down. There's the first freeze. He has 2 more freezes. The wizard tower in the core, is it going to go down? No, the builder is repairing this last wizard tower, and with this could become a problem. There's the next freeze, and no! He mistimed the freeze, and this means the bats are going down. But can those dragons still carry the attack and get Kala this next freeze star?
I sure hope for his sake, because this is looking like a really tough one. And you can see it on Kala's face. There's nothing else that he can do now but just cross his fingers and hope to get more and more. The percentage creeping a little bit higher, and that will be enough to come over the top of Repotted Gaming. But this was really a crucial opportunity for 11 Original to get that star advantage. With that missed, just looks like 6 or maybe 7% over and above Repotted Gaming. I don't know if that's how much they were hoping for out of the first round. I mean, I guess, look, 6% is pretty nice, especially since we just saw a war with a win for Tribe Gaming on even less than 6%. But yeah, I don't know. What's your take here, Itsu?
I mean, of course, they were hoping for a 3-star, so that was the goal from the beginning, obviously. But at the same time, just this backup, I think just the problem that he had, 2 wizard towers left. I think this was the 1 second where he was like thinking about, should I drop the freeze, should I delay the freeze, what should I exactly do with this core wizard tower staying up with 1 HP. And this then caused the freeze to get deployed 1 second too late, making sure the scatter shot is taking down all of the bats, and this caused the attack to fail at the end. So both teams starting with solid defense, but this is exactly what I said. Those teams know each other really well. They know what they're doing, and this is how we might be able to expect a lower score match on this one. Well, let's see if Repotted can maybe get some Lalo 3-stars, and hey, they're switching things up. They know that 11 Original completely knows what they're doing, so they're trying to go with some Queen Charge Dragon Rider attacks instead.
Yeah, the base building in the European region in particular is so strong. They focus a lot on defenses and spend so much time preparing and getting ready for big events like these. So the fact that we saw 2 2-stars out in the opening salvo shouldn't really come too much as a surprise. They are playing for everything, especially when they saw Belly and Esports get the win yesterday over MCES because of their base building. Being able to steal a star off of your opponent in the defensive side of the war is really, really good. Poison's going to be going out on those super minions out back, while the freeze is going to be out in front. That's a little bit reversed from how I've seen it played in the past, especially with the positioning of that poison, not able to get both of the setups there. Still, the Queen looks pretty safe and happy to continue along this path in the interior with well-protected healers, getting a little bit of insulation from this coconut loon. Does it catch on to a Seeking Air Mine? Not yet, Itsu.
Not yet, but now needs to be careful with this multi-fern tower in the core. The multi-fern tower is going to stay alive for quite some time if he's not really speeding things up and make sure that this attack is going a little bit quicker. The Queen is moving forward, and yeah, one more step and the healers are going to be in range, and yep, there we go. With this, he's trying to get the Royal Champion in there, but this multi-Inferno Tower is dealing a ton of damage. He needs to be careful. Even the Town was on there. This is causing a quick death to those healers, and this is a one healer charge, and trust me, you don't want to charge max Expos with only one healer left. Sorry, no healers left.
No, you do not. But with a big Eternal Tome right on the entry point, protecting from that enemy queen and negating that eagle with a well-placed freeze spell here, Kalinga still is going to be clinging on to whatever hope he has to get onto that backside with a multi-Inferno and air defense still holding that top compartment. I don't even know if he's going to get that far. Dragon Riders on the bottom are going to be able to burp down this multi-target Inferno, and another freeze into the center gives this Royal Champion a stab at some more damage here. They're creeping along the top as well as they can, but the army is just too small to trip up at this point.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We see a lot of fails right now, even though I'm still like questioning why exactly, like what exactly the plan was to get this multi-Inferno Tower. At the same time, we see a lot of those red bombs coming up around the top side, but the Royal Champion is going down. And this is a, yeah, it seems like maybe even lower percentage than we have just seen from Repotted before. And just, it's a crazy difference. I mean, we have just seen Repotted putting out 15 stars before this match, and now they seem like to really struggle against those bases from 11 Original. So, I don't know. Maybe 11 Original can turn this around. But for this is always really important. I mean, you can defend really incredible good, but at the same time, you need to get some type of an advantage on offense. So, 11 Original really needs to step things up and get this first 3-star to make those defenses count.
Exactly right about that. The fact that Repotted Gaming have been in the starting position now and have lost 2 hits in a row gives 11 Original a safety net going into the late war. Because 11 Original is going to be attacking last, we know that their 5th and final attack could go for that safe 2-star if they do get that star advantage early on, or are able to even just get the percentage lead by a big enough margin. So with 2 misses from Repotted Gaming, this is really quite the upset on defense. 11 Original showing up with some incredibly defensive, strong anti-aerial bases. P.E.K.K.A. Smash will be the next for Vision, with a huge complement of spells here ready to bring the firepower with quad rage for this queen charge over in the bottom corner. Actually, hold on. That's a warden charge, isn't it? Hiding behind the healers there, but raged up and firing away. What are the crucial targets he has to take out here? I don't exactly see what he's going for with this warden yet. He's only going for the pathing. Like, this is something which Vision really likes to do. He's doing a quick warden walk in front of the tunnel. He's not going for the tunnel itself. It's only for pathing, because he is going to enter with the P.E.K.K.A. Smash. Then on the flank, you can see he has right now the blimp selected to make sure. Oh, double set of Black Mines already triggered, which is awesome. But yeah, he's going to send the blimp across towards the town hall, because with the right angle, he can take down the single Inferno Tower with this blimp as well, in addition to the town hall. This is like the key thing. He's starting his smash, putting everything in there, and now he's relying on the blimp taking down the town hall and the single Inferno Tower, because the single Inferno Tower otherwise might be a little bit difficult to reach pathing wise. But let's see where the jump is going to come down. Yeah, pathing is so incredibly important for P.E.K.K.A. Smash, especially with lots of walls to have to hop over here. Taking them down that top alleyway and being able to pop over those walls when needed to reach those crucial targets. Eve Vision has clearly got a plan for this attack, but is it going to go according to plan? The top lane here is going to be able to keep that eagle firing away, as it looks like maybe a missed freeze there allows it to get another salvo off. Vision is just really taking a walloping, especially for a P.E.K.K.A. Smash attack, which usually goes the distance and even sometimes runs out of time. Instead, this attack really looks to be collapsing before it even really began, and 11 Original are going to be hoping that he can just keep that percentage lead.
Yeah, it's crazy. Those troops just disappeared in this core. Like, we had all of those expos, the scatter shots, everything just shooting away on those troops. Now he's relying on these heroes to get some more percentages. He won't get the 3-star. He's going for a wall. Now she's running into an expo. And yeah, the king has to get some more percentages. But this might actually turn things around for Repotted. And as I said, if you have incredible defenses, you need to make it better on offense. And even though Level Original is starting incredible strong, I mean, 83% defensive rate on average percentage-wise and a 0 3-star rate against you is, at this stage, we have seen the score so far of today, is incredible. But they are just not able to get this value then on offense, which is making this match right now incredibly close.
It sure is. Take a look at the updated count now. We're going to have 84% for 11 Original to Repotted Gaming's 83%. Just a still tiny sliver of a lead for 11 Original, a German squad with so much experience, so many opportunities at the top of the game to get these tickets to the World Finals, to compete in monthly qualifiers, but rarely taking the very top spot. That is what many expected to see of Repotted Gaming. So maybe 11 Original just going toe-to-toe and keeping this war interesting into the mid-war is good news for them already. If this does wind up being a very defensively oriented war, that definitely favors the second team to attack, which is in this case 11 Original. But let's go on to Giannis now, the attacker for Repotted Gaming. A cracked striker coming in with a Laloon hit as well as a Skelly Donut to start. He is going to be hitting hard in that mid, grabbing a multi and that Clan Castle into.
Oh, is he going to get it? The Clan Castle is going down. Is the Inferno Tower going to go down as well? Yes, it is. He's getting the value he needs. And this is the question, if this entry somehow is defended by 11 Originals. So far, it does not seem like this because there are no Tesla popping up, no, I don't know, like any type of skeleton traps. Instead, the Queen is having a nice and easy way into that Town Hall. He's going to be able to take down the Multi-Inferno Tower and the defending Queen, which is incredible value right there for his King. Fortunate ability to take down the Sweeper and damage the Expo and take it down as well. Queen ability, and take a look at that. So much is down already. And this Expo is pretty much completely, unnecessary because it is on ground. So you don't care about a ground Expo in a Lalo attack.
Not at all. Giannis knows that this is going to be a great entry point, and with a Stone Slammer to add on to this Laloon, that is a very confident entry, blocking shots for these balloons as they make their way behind the Lava Hounds up top, which both have taken a lot of damage. Looks like those mines have not been friendly at all. Another one pops on that Lava Hound, and boom, another one off. There are suddenly no more tanks for this right side corner, and Giannis is going to have to use the Eternal Tome hot and early to protect these loons. A freeze is out. Big heads up play here. That could be just enough to take him over the top, but the Air Sweeper pushing the loons back. Are they going to be able to get to the multi? Yes, the drop is good. Can they finish it off? A huge compartment to the bottom with a scatter shot. A Wizard Tower, air defense. Get the freeze off. Giannis, go!
He is coming closer. He's coming closer. He's just swarming the back end compartment. The NATO trap is not doing anything, it feels like. And the minions are taking down the red bombs and the Expo. This is going to be the first 3-star of this match. Repotted are showing that they can 3-star those bases still. Okay, the Golem King tried to run away, but it was not possible. The 3-star was already in. And just this Skelly Donut, making sure it works, was a really solid idea. The heroes got so much value. The Town Hall, the Defending Queen, Multi-Inferno Tower, so many important things. And take a look at this pathing. Even though you said it, the Hounds popped incredible early. But still, just the push through the back end with this loon spread was awesome to watch. And for sure, a nice 3-star.
What a confident finish for Giannis. So many extra troops and plenty of time. The first one for this war, and I am blown away, shocked by his ability to get it when they need it the most. This was such a difficult start for both squads. 4 misses, and finally Giannis comes in for the kill. But can Carlito keep it going toe-to-toe with a triple here? 11 Original will maintain the lead.
They will maintain the lead for now, at least. We have the Sneaky Goblins charging in towards their Town Hall. We have 2 Super Wall Breakers. Is he going to use one for the Sneaky Goblins? It does not seem like that. He's going to use them for the hero push from the top side later on. But so far, the Sneaky Goblins really need to take a long pathing into this Town Hall compartment. He has 8 Sneaky Goblins left, another Sneaky Goblins in, but as well 30 seconds already gone. Now a couple of test Sneaky Goblins. There's a ground skeleton trap. But now, no giant bombs yet. Did he miss any of them? And no, the town hall is going to go down for sure, so he can get started with 0 pot, but at the same time, Woody, 1 minute of the tag is already gone.
Oof. A loss of time and something that you can't necessarily get back with only 1 rage spell here. Those 5 bat spells, though, can help a whole lot. High DPS spells that really just need protection and good setup on quad 3s for the back end. As long as he keeps those splash damage structures off of him, this can clean up in time, but it's going to be a race for the finish at the very end. Big contingent in the top corner is rolling hard and heavy through here, popping that iron fist and just smashing through the defenses, makes his way toward a scatter shot even, and Carlito has got a nice entry point here. He's already committed the Warden, though, who's gone in so deep. Is he going to be able to pivot out to get this Warden to help out with the Dragon Riders, or is he really just going to sacrifice it?
Yeah, the Warden is trying to run away. He's following the king, but the queen has to get into the core to take down those 2 Motaferment towers. This is the key objective. Bats are going to be started then later on from the left side. Most likely he has 2 wizard towers over there, depending on if the queen is going to get any of them. But it seems like a big no. Dragon Riders with those Royal Champion are coming in from the right side. Scatter shot should be next on the menu. And there's the bats. Bats are starting on this wizard tower. He has now a couple of freezes left, but he needs to speed things up because this air sweeper is really not the nicest thing for him. Those bats are taking quite some time against the sweeper, and with this, I never ever think this wizard tower is going to drop, so he's relying on those Dragon Riders. But with 30 seconds, I don't see this restarting.
Not looking likely. An unfortunate follow-up here for Carlito, who needed that triple in order to keep the pace against a Repotted Gaming squad that had just found their mark. Still, this is going to be another high percentage 2-star at the very least. Carlitos trying to make a bargain. Still not accepting the unfortunate end to this 3rd round. Still, it looks like an improvement on the overall damage average for 11 Originals, so it's not like he is the weak link by any means. Dragon Rider Bat taking home 2-star 89% in the end there, Itsu.
Yeah, but they had to get this 3-star. They really had to stay close to Repotted. We all know how strong Repotted can be, so falling behind is never a good thing at this stage of the tournament because it puts more pressure on you, on your later attacker into the match. And this is not going to be easy, but now Timtastic is coming in. He is normally always doing Blizzard Lalo, but this time we have talked about this. Those teams, they try to mix things up, and he has 22 sneaky goblins. This is quite a few of them, and I'm not sure if this is what 11 Original were expecting to come on this base, because 22 sneaky goblins is a bit more than what you're used to see, I would guess.
Yeah, quite a few. I mean, they're really effective at taking down a town hall, but I don't know why there was a need for so many to be brought. He's got the mind sweep there on the town hall now and deploys another half dozen there with the invisibility spell perilously close to the town hall. Didn't quite clip over the center of that structure, but nonetheless, protecting those sneaky gobs and keeping that 1-star secured. It's now for the main phase of the attack in the top corner. Setting up with another log launcher. You love to see it. Timtastic gonna take a big chunk out of this Eagle and multi-Inferno to set up for the Dragon Rider Fallen.
Yeah, he's getting this push into the core. There's a double Motaferment waiting for him, and this is the perfect clan castle for him to... This is super minions and minions, and with a couple of goblins and archers, his heroes are just going to overpower that, especially with this log launcher, taking down all of those ground-based troops. There are those Dragon Riders starting. He's going to take down all of the splash damage. The king is even still tanking. This attack is looking incredible. Woody, now the question is, do you think he needs the bats for the back end?
Yeah, I think he does, but how is he going to get the full setup here? I mean, 6 bat spells is a lot, but be careful for those wizard towers. He's got to keep them distracted, and nice! He uses an ice golem, gets the freeze on that as well as it pops. They are going to be cruising downtown. Timtastic gets another freeze spell out, and wow, they are just wrecking. Perfect timing on the freeze! That scatter is doing absolutely nothing, Itsu.
Yeah, this is just crazy. The last freeze for the last... Oh, the NATO trap is taking down all of those bats, but I don't think he really needs them because there is still Dragon Riders left alive. Timtastic just too strong. He's such a good attacker. Like I said, typically with Blizzard Lalo, but he is showing off that he can do different strategies as well. 22 sneaky goblins. 11 Origin did not see this coming. This means the next 3 stars on the board. Repotted seems to be back after a short, early... couple of problems for them, but now back-to-back 3 stars is giving them a really good shot at this win against 11 Original.
So happy to see such a tight war, but Repotted Gaming picking up another one right now are starting to take it away home. 11 Original are really missing the mark now as their defenses have crumbled twice in a row against a team that just does not have any weak links whatsoever. Timtastic looking fine and fresh, ready to get this one in the win column with just one more by his final friend and clanmate. That is going to be all she wrote. Can 11 Original do anything at this point to try to get this one back?
Yeah, that's the big question, Woody. Moda is trying to save this somehow. We have a Lalo attack with a lot of spells for this Lalo portion. He has having 2 poison to make sure this Clankass is not giving him any problems whatsoever. Shine is tanking nicely, but this queen is supposed to go for the town hall. This is like the big goal for this queen. Is he going to make this work? That's the big question. So far, the wall breaks are doing exactly what they're supposed to do, opening the right walls. And this should mean there's going to be the king sent into this Royal Champion compartment. But aren't there any traps in there? This storage is a nice tank for the Royal Champion. At the same time, queen is kind of having problems on this town hall, but the town hall should go down with the ability, and that's exactly what is happening.
Great work to Eve Mutta. This is a tough and tricky base with lots of compartments on the interior to have to get over. Good reason to want to try to crack through just on the outer edges here, poking and prodding now with the queen, who's getting burnt up by a single inferno. Gonna have to pop. Whoa, no! Queen goes down!
Queen is going down after she took down that...
ability already off the top.
What?
Her ability was already popped. I thought for some reason that she had counterfeited the ability, but don't worry about it. Anyways, Stone Slammer goes in next. What are we watching it to?
Yeah, we're watching actually the Stone Slammer, as you said, following into that core, because the Mucha from tower, that's the big target right there. We have the Loons, though, following in from the jump side, getting this dive in there. Headhunters are getting protected with this boarding ability, but this Reaper is pushing those Loons completely around in this base. The Corsair has to go down on this Reaper. This Slammer actually open. This Reaper on the right side is pushing those Loons back non-stop. The Slammer had no value whatsoever. There's the freeze, but there is some bombs as well. Some red bombs, some black bombs, everything in the core. And this means this Dragon Rider is not having the greatest time of its life, but more Loons are coming in from the left side. It still should be looking good.
Yeah, and he's still holding on to even a rage spell. Unusual to have such a big commitment available at the very end for, cleanup? Yeah, you see the excitement as his, face is lighting up there. He knows that this one is in the bag, and he's gonna flex a little bit on this base because he has really driven it down into dust and dirt, smashed apart. Eve Mutta finally gets the 3-star that 11 Original were hoping for, and I guess maybe with back-to-backs they could pull it up to 12 stars. They would just still need an epic defense from Repotted Gaming's next hit.
Yeah, but the question is, like, do they actually want to win? Because we all know, like, time is the difference maker if percentage might be at the end an important factor. We have seen already earlier a match which nearly come down to a percentage tie. Swagging a rage is not the smartest move at all because it improves your time quite a bit. So overall, to be honest, not the smartest move to swag this type of spell, like freezes, invisibility spells. yeah, you cannot really speed up things, to be honest, if you have them left over at the end. But a Rage, big question mark to me, which is showing me like maybe they already gave up at this point. But either way, Vendetta is coming in. The finisher for Repotted Gaming, one of the best attackers and hit rates in the competitive community. Can he make this work with his Queen Charge Hog Rider attack onto the base of Muda now?
Well, you know what, you are harsh, but fair. That is not an optimal move. Nonetheless, Vendetta is going to stay right on target with this Queen Charge on the bottom corner. Hold on to those 5 healers until he feels like it's safe to drop. Did a little bit of seeking all around the top side looking for mines, but didn't find any, but cracks into that compartment with a super wall break and is getting another balloon out here. Coconut Loon checking around for mines. Unfortunately for that Unicorn, about to take a little bit more damage than she might have been hoping from that multi-inferno, but still, this is a good, solid entry, even if it's taken a little bit of time. That Vendetta will have to go very quickly with hogs afterwards.
Yeah, and he's now freezing and using the poison, which, I don't know, maybe he wanted to save some time, because with freezing the headhunters, you make sure that your queen is attacking with faster, because the headhunters are reducing the attack speed of your queen. Either way, the charge into that town was looking strong, but there's now the Hog Riders coming in. We all know Hog Riders can be incredibly strong after the last update, but they're risky as well with possible spring traps. Vulnerabilities, I don't think he's catching all of those hogs, and there are the first spring traps. The next shield spell is in place as well, but would you take a look? So many Hog Riders are learning flying. This is not optimal for Vendetta right now.
Vendetta knows that Repotted Gaming are ahead by 9% overall, so if they can just get that 91%, that ought to be enough to get them in the win column. A 92 guarantees it after all, but nothing short of a 3-star is what they will be happy with. But that multi-target Inferno is going to be so tricky to get. 11 Original might actually have a little bit of an opening now, a hope, a sliver of an opportunity with Vendetta crashing and stumbling on the last base here. Heroes just not going to be enough to finally finish this off. They're still creeping around the outer edges and trying to get that percentage higher. This Queen's really well protected, so even if she doesn't get the triple, she might get that percentage high enough.
Yeah, the percentage is what we have to look for now. The King is doing an amazing work of already opening up the walls. So the Queen is getting unleashed. Yeah. The Owl on the left side. Take a look. She's working all the time. Now the one sneaky minion. And it actually takes down...
92 for the win!
Can it actually take down the Barbarian? No! But the Queen, with 20 seconds left, yep, that percentage is definitely going to be reached.
Repotted Gaming have done it! Vendetta for the final blow. The coup de grace knocks apart 11 Original and sends them home packing. But wow, Itsu, yet another extremely close war. Especially if 11 Original were able to put up a 3-star on their next strike. That could be an even tighter scoreline than what we saw in our previous match.
Yeah, that's right. So far, those matches were incredible close. And now we have the last attack of 11 Original. Can they clutch another 3-star in? As I said, the match being already decided, but still, we want to see some cool attacks. And with the next attacker, I think being Eve Mark, if I remember correctly, this should mean we are going to see some type of Queen Charge where he's incredibly good at. He really likes to use those Lalo Queen Charges. Let's see if he's going to show that to us or if he's going to come with something different.
Well, Itsu, some men just like to watch the world burn. And when it comes to Clash of Clans, I'm one of those men. Let's see some carnage. Eve Mark, go out guns blazing and give us a performance to remember. Queen Charge Lalo for a huge 25 Loon contingent ready to drop a massive parade here, but with just one Lava Hound, he's going to be hoping to get as many of those air defenses down as early as possible. You see there's one on that upper edge, relatively vulnerable there. Might even get the Barbarian King to go into that compartment to finish it off. Queen should be able to get the second one over at that bottom right side next to that Royal Champion, and then with 2 more on the outer edges as well. I think Eve Mark has got some really great base identification for this attack.
Yeah, it's looking really strong, but I always like, whenever someone's using this new King skin, like the Golden King, the King is huge. I mean, the King was even bigger than the Multi-Inferno Tower. This is just incredible. But the Queen dealing with this clan castle, the Rocket Doom is getting taken down, which is important. Now, where is this queen supposed to go? That's the big question. The queen is just, doing the wall break purpose and wall breaking itself into this multi-inferno tower. And now he is switching to this slammer. He knows he can just go all out, right? Like, if he's going to get a 2-star, a 1-star, whatever, he just has to have some fun. That's pretty much what he's going for. So he can risk it and use the slammer instead of a blim to make sure that he's having a higher chance of 3-starring.
Well, it is a lot of damage from a scatter shot on the left side, defending against these loons and just popping them down. Mark finally gets that freeze off, but he's already lost a lot of his offense, something that you cannot do with so many loons needing to get the coverage out in front. With only one Lava Hound to protect, you really do have to get perfect tanking here, and I'm starting to get worried that this might even just be a 1-star.
Yeah, he did not catch the blimp inside the vulnerability, which caused the blimp to open way too early and did not reach that town hall. So now he's really having problems to take down the town hall. But wait a second, maybe the Royal Champion can do it. Maybe the loons, there's the invisibility spell is coming in as well. There's some minions on the back end, and this should be enough to take down the town hall. And this is turning from a 1-star into a 3-star for Eve Mark. And this is a really solid attack.
Love to see the explosion from the town hall. It would have been nice if the defense is going to hold for Giannis's sake, but nonetheless, we will see a 12-12 finish. And look at that scoreline, Itsu. 0.8% separated Repotted Gaming from 11 Original. An impressive squad with a storied history, but they will not be moving on to the Clash of Clans World Championship Finals. It's Repotted Gaming with that opportunity.
Yeah, that's right. They had the opportunity of going all the way. We had the same thing yesterday with the Felian. Starting in the complete left side of the bracket, going all the way. So far, Repotted has done the same thing. But I think we should take a deeper look at this match. And for this, we should introduce Carbon Fin to our desk. And Carbon Fin, which attack did you choose to show for us?
Oh, we're going to jump into the Repotted Gaming's Giannis's attack using the Skeleton Donut Lalo. Let's talk about the value that he's looking for to get. Remember, we always look to see where you can create that L shape, but let me go and highlight an L shape. You can't really see it right now, but once we develop further into the raid, this is the L shape that you'll have to keep your eye on and see how it takes shape here. So notice what he does here into the core. He drops the invisibility spell with the rage and the skeletons, right? That is going to be able to help take down the core clan castle, the multi-target inferno, and grab that. So the initial part of the L shape is being established. This whole middle section is going down. Okay, so now how does he take out the other compartment? Well, in here, he's going to then force the queen to grab the town hall, and then he's going to force the king in towards the bottom to grab the multi-target inferno. So then he can be able to send his Lalo from the top side. And notice where this king also goes. He's going to path his way into the queen, and then he's going to loop his way back outside the base to continue to grab this value. But that queen is able to grab the town hall, and now you can visually see that shape. Typically is what you always hear is what you want to do with Lalo, is create that L so that the Lava Hound can go from one air defense to the other and then around. That's exactly the pathing that you want. The Skeleton Donut able to help take down the core of the base to establish that shape in this base, and he's able to continue his path around. And this is why exactly, we'll go ahead and fast forward a little bit. You can go ahead and see why he has so many troops left at the end, because these balloons perfectly are protected with the Warden ability through the Hound as he makes his way right around, and then he finishes on towards that scatter shot. And that's exactly what you want to do if you're going to use the Skeleton Donut Lalo. See if you can take out the core with an Inferno, the Clan Castle, and then you can move your way around following those air defenses. It was fantastic, and that's why there was so many troops left in this attack here, Woody.
Yeah, that was an incredible hit on offense. Very impressive, and appreciate you for showing us a little bit more about what it takes to get that killing blow. You know, offense is incredibly time racking to try to get your brain around a base like that. So being able to take a look back and have a bit more time afterwards is great.
Absolutely. You want to keep your eye on why they're doing certain attacks, because as a viewer, you may just be looking to see, oh, a great attack, but what are the reasons? What are the compartments they're going for? But we always take a look at the offensive side, but I'm sure we can now take a look at the defensive side as well. These are what wins these wars. The small things make the difference. The trap locations, things like that at this stage of the competition is what we want to keep our eye on. But Itsu, what is one of the things that you really think that Repotted did really well in this war?
I think overall, like, I don't know if maybe those two teams just like outminded each other, like trying to give the other team the feeling that, okay, those entries, they are so obvious that they are baited or something. So this is always something which you have to keep in mind, because as I said earlier, those two teams are playing in the ESL Meisterschaft. They're actually playing in the same group, where Repotted is first right now. They lost only one of their matches in a double round robin. So overall, really impressive showing from them so far. So I think just those mind games confused the teams a little bit, and this is why the score was a little bit lower than before, Woody.
Well, excellent analysis from both of you. I want to appreciate you, Carbon Finn, and thank you very much for hopping on. We are going to be going into the next segment, though, without a base breakdown, because we have got some exciting news to share and some questions for the audience out there, with Tribe Gaming and Repotted Gaming moving on to the golden ticket match later today. We would like to hold a community vote once again. Please use the hashtags shown beneath the clan emblems in chat. We will gather up your responses about who will win this war, either Tribe Gaming or Repotted Gaming, and share the results before the next round begins. But right now, we'd like to hear directly from the players themselves. We held a round table to talk to the players competing in today's event, and we think that you might find their responses very interesting.
We've been competing in the North American Mogul Open for many, many seasons. It was my first time winning it, and handing out the last chance qualifier ticket at the end of that was a big driver for us to really compete as best we could in that.
The first months of qualifiers, we lost in the early rounds, so it was frustrating for us. And then in July, we got to the finals. We didn't get the golden ticket, so that's why we have to do the LCQ.
Unfortunately, we lost in the June qualifier in the finals against Tompinai Empire. Again, GG to them. And now we are with the silver ticket in the last chance qualifier.
We got the wild card like by playing the Queso Cup. And yeah, that was difficult one to get this ticket, as we had to go through 2 open qualifiers. And yeah, then we unfortunately only got 4th place, but that was enough to get the wild card.
There's definitely more variability, I think, good or bad for either of the teams competing.
Quite tough, because every single mistake will be punished, and you basically can't afford a huge mistakes.
That's a benefit for us, that the last chance qualifier is a single elimination bracket. Maybe a little bit more confident when it's coming down to a single elimination bracket than to a double elimination bracket where everyone can lose once.
In our scouting, Repotted looks pretty dangerous.
I have to go with Repotted Gaming, because they were showing an amazing performance over the last 2 seasons. I'm looking forward to face them in the final round of the last chance qualifier.
Tribe and Carnage, these two, it's actually quite comfortable for us that we only have to face one of them.
Tribe Gaming, we had really tough wars against them in the past. It's gonna be a close war.
Tribe Gaming for sure. I guess this will be an intense one, but we are not afraid of anyone.
I have a career, I got 2 kids, a wife. Life is busy, and so when I have some downtime clashing, it's just, I would say it's a big part of my life. My wife would agree. She's very kind to let me clash as much as I do. She's very supportive. A lot of these wars are during dinner time and bedtime with the kids, and so she's letting me take the space to do this stuff, which is awesome, and very supportive of her.
Also, the base building is a very, very time-consuming part. We have to do some sacrifices.
Also bring a lot of self-responsibility to my life, and I learned how to work and how to schedule my days so that I have enough time for everything. Obviously also can win some money on it, and that's a pretty cool thing, I think.
the win of the Town Hall 12 Cup. Live on stage in Katowice, Poland, back in 2019. It was a great weekend. In the end, we won and took home the trophy.
Yeah, I think it was my triple against Nova back in 2019 in the World Championships finals.
In the NA Mobile Open a couple months ago was just a kind of all-around joy for our squad. We've been together for a while. Sharing in that with a good group of friends was pretty awesome.
What a great opportunity to hear from the players, but we have got a very special guest for you all today. We are going to be speaking with Chris, the COC stats guy, an incredibly talented and well-versed individual who knows a lot about Clash of Clans stats. So Chris, welcome to the stream.
Thank you for having me.
The first question I'd like to start off with is asking you, what has been the biggest story in the metagame this year, particularly for offensive attack strategies?
As we have seen two big updates this year, we have seen quite some meta changes in the qualifiers. So we started with a pretty Lalo heavy meta, then we got the new Dragon Rider troop introduced. So we switched to a Dragon Rider meta, and now we are kinda in a Dragon Rider Lalo meta. But the most consistent strategy throughout the qualifiers were the Packer Smash with 60% average use and with an hit rate about 65%, and so being 5% above average during the qualifiers.
Itsu, what do you make of those numbers, and what's your take on the current metagame?
I think it's just interesting to have, as Chris just said, so much Lalo in the beginning before Dragon Riders were a thing, but at the same time, Lalo always had a higher hit rate. Like, even in the prime time of Dragon Riders, they had still a lower hit rate than Lalo before. And this is, I feel like, something really interesting. We see it right now. A lot of those top teams are really prioritizing Lalo. The Lalo attacks are nearly always coming out on top. So I think this is going to be a really important factor and really important thing if you want to compete at the highest level and compete in the World's Finals to actually stay even with the other teams.
Even from my very first Clash of Clans event several years ago, Lava Loon has been one of the most popular strats. Happy to see it up there at the top, and maybe Super Bowlers can make a stab one of these days. But Chris, I've got another question for you. From a strategy perspective, what have been the most interesting shifts in the metagame from the introduction of new troops and changes to the balance throughout different buildings and troops in the game?
As Itsu already mentioned, if we look at monthly qualifier number 1, every second attack was a Lalo hit with a hit rate of 71%. And then when we're looking at qualifiers 2 to 4, where we got the Dragon Rider troop introduced, we had pretty much every second attack again a Dragon Rider attack, but with a hit rate of 62%. So we see a big 10% difference between those two strategies. And if we look at the last chance qualifier, now we have seen pretty much every third attack either a Dragon Rider attack or a Lalo attack, and Lalo with a 70% hit rate and Dragon Riders only with a 54% hit rate. So again, a very big gap between those two strategies percentage-wise.
It's a very interesting thing to study and to think about, but for base builders, this really is an important factor in determining how to structure your design. So, Judo, if I could turn to you now, what do you make of this from a defensive perspective?
Yeah, I was actually going to mention base building on how meta has shifted, because we've seen that actually with the 2-star and ring style bases, the anti-2-star bases, right back when Town Hall 14 was first released. Seen a little bit of that yesterday. Then kind of transitioning back to the anti-3-star, and I think it's the trap placement that has been shifted around mainly, particularly through that Dragon Rider meta, and now we see the red A bombs particularly being moved to try and defend the Lava Loon, which again we've seen successfully throughout this last chance qualifier. So I think it basically just backs up the stats, and you see the base building trying to merge across and kind of defend exactly what it is that Chris is saying.
Well, it's a lot to keep track of, and that makes me particularly thankful for our Clash content creators, yourself included, Judo, of course, for keeping us apprised on all the new developments over on your favorite channels. But going back to you, Chris, you track all of this data, but where the rubber meets the road for me as a caster is being able to predict what's going to happen next, which teams are ascendant, which strategies are the most important. So what do you think we have to look forward to in the Clash of Clans World Finals?
We need to see very good defenses, so the base building team needs to step up. As we've already seen so far, there can be 15 war stars or only 12 star wars. So it's very difficult to keep up with the meta and also to defend against very creative attackers like all the guys from Alternate, from Tompina Empire and Queen Walkers and all the teams I'm already missing. So it's going to be very interesting to see what the base builders will come up with.
Well, to see a team like Repotted go 15 stars and then drop down to 12, I think that you definitely are right. That base building is a huge factor in deciding these wars. We're about to hop into the next match, but Chris, I really want to thank you for coming on, and I want to point everyone who's watching over on Twitter at @ClashChris_OG is where you can find him and all the juicy data that he collects on the Clash of Clans universe. Thanks very much, Chris, and thanks also to Judo Sloth for hopping on in for this discussion as well. Itsu and I are going to take away the casting for the next match.
That's right. We are going to take a look now at the finals, the last deciding match. Both teams so far won every single match in this last chance qualifier to get to this stage. And Woody, this one is going to be a crazy match.
Oh yeah, let's take a look at the community voting results and see which clan you thought would get the win. Wow, what a tight result. 58% for Tribe Gaming though. A lot of players watching the stream say fear the Tribe, but almost as many coming in for Repotted Gaming, an Ascended team, a wild card team. And as we've heard, they're just built different, aren't they, Itsu?
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. But at the same time, I think this match as well is all about the prediction work. Like we have seen the players already, but I really want to highlight that those teams really know each other. So we know, or like Tribe knows, that Repotted likes to bring Lalo to the table. At the same time, we have already seen Tribe Gaming today coming in with a different strategy. The Queen Charge Hydra. Not a single team in this competition really has prioritized this attack so far. So it's really likely that those bases from Repotted now are not set up against those. So overall, a really, really interesting match, I feel, with a lot of background story, which I think we cannot really touch on, like on everything. But this is just like the first nugget pretty much about this match.
If you throw together any old 5 great Clash esports players, you might get a great team that could maybe even make it to the monthly qualifiers. But in order to get a golden ticket, you really have to leverage that synergy. That's at least what we heard from Chief Pat yesterday, the leader of this Tribe Gaming Alliance, putting together a team that has now one last chance opportunity to get a golden ticket against a Repotted Gaming squad that has become so feared for their performance in the Queso Cup, getting a championship run there. Klinga is going to start off with the Queen Charge in the left corner, finding a Scattershot and a Royal Champion to get this Dragon Rider assault led off. It's a relatively light Dragon Rider hit, though, only 4 of them for this attack. Instead, going to be relying on a dozen minions for cleanup, and going to have to use some really surgical troops here. Loons pathing in to try to catch a Seeking Airmine, but not catching one yet here, Itsu.
Yeah, the pathing for those loons is not really optimal, so if there's any more Black Mines, he's not going to get them. But the Freeze with the Poison is a nice solution to take down the Clankers nice and quickly. The Headhunter's coming in as well to take this. Oh, the Spring Trap is getting dodged and the King is going down. And now he needs to use this jump. He has one jump with him, and there is the jump into the core. And with the Sing Inferno Tower, it's going to be scary. And if the Queen is going to be used, their ability... is the Eagle switching? No, the Eagle is staying on that Queen. We sometimes have that the Eagle is actually switching the target. There are some red bombs in combination with the multi-furniture. Woody, this is looking really like a big problem.
Yeah, very unfortunate pathing for the Queen to hop so far north and to leave those healers unprotected. Multi burns them up, and that is going to be the end of the Queen Charge very shortly. Up on the top side, meanwhile, we do have a Barbarian King charging in to try to get some damage off on this Town Hall. But with Tesla's popping up, I don't know if he's going to get that star or not.
Oh, the Tesla, the king. He has to freeze the Town Hall. He has the Slammer not deployed yet because he needs to wait for the Town Hall to go down. But it seems like he is having to switch to the Blink. This siege was not meant to get used for this part of the base. And with this is a lot of power which is missing on the back end. The Town Hall, though, is going down. The Town Hall is dropping. And now it's all about those Dragon Riders. But at the same time, is it even like 2 Dragon Riders left alive? It feels like only 1. Only 0 Dragon Riders are left alive due to those 2 Black Mines.
Yeah, having to commit a siege machine for the Town Hall was just the end of the hopes for a 3-star here. Klinga, though, does have quite a bit of time for cleanup along this outer edge. He's pushing that percentage higher and higher. Grand Warden is still pretty healthy, and he's not facing off against too many crucial threats out here, so he should just have this full 18 seconds to try to snipe down whatever he can, but... Man, once again, Repotted Gaming, just like in their previous war, are going to find trouble in their first attack and really give Tribe a huge opening. This is going to be such an energetic moment for the Tribe team to try to take advantage of this 79% 2-star.
I feel like one thing Tribe with this base, we have not seen the other bases, but 11 Original as well earlier has done incredible good, is they don't give them any opportunities for this classic Suilalo entries, which we have talked about already earlier. Queen for the Town Hall, King and the Royal Champ for the flanking compartment, which means most often like a Queen, a Royal Champ, and a Scatter or a Multi-Inferno Tower compartment. Those entries are not possible on those bases. And with this setup, Repotted has to get out of their comfort zone. This is what they typically do. The Suilalo takes, this is what they're so strong at. But with not giving them this opportunity, Tribe and 11 Original earlier really denying them hard. At the same time, we have another Queen Charge Hydra coming in, and this seems to be the strategy which Tribe really prepared to get really far in this tournament, because no one really is predicting this type of strategy, because it's not a strategy which we see that much in this stage of tournament.
Well, it worked before against Carnage Gaming, slim as the advantage may have been. At least the defenses have held for Tribe, and with this poke on the right corner, Evchek is going to get down another key target here. Eagle Artillery eliminated, but it's always going to be that middle multi-target Inferno that gives me a bit of pause for concern. With Dragons and Dragon Riders, he's not going to have enough focus solely on defenses, so he does have to have a very clear path to take down that crucial target in the middle.
Yeah, but he's going to jump the Queen into the core, into the Multi-Inferno Tower, and starting with those Dragons and Dragon Riders at the top right side. This is like what the pathing is looking like for the moment.
Okay.
Let's see if everything is going to come together. So far, he's delaying those Dragons. He wants to have the Queen first, creating the pathing. Those Dragons and Dragon Riders, since you don't have only Dragon Riders, since he has the Dragons in there as well in the mix, he needs to create pathing because, well, Dragons attack everything. Not like Dragon Riders where only defense are getting targeted. Now the Dragons Riders are starting, and the Dragons obviously as well. The Lava Hound is getting taken down, and the Queen should take this jump soon to take down the core and get those Dragons into this Town Hall part. At the same time, the Blip is getting started as well. Earlier Black Mines, a lot of Dragons are already really low, Woody.
Yeah, very sad, and I wish almost that Evchek could have popped that Eternal Tome sooner. Unfortunate to catch a tornado trap here, but he does have the freeze able to use here for the Battle Blimp to try to rain on some more damage straight through. But no, they don't reach the Town Hall. Evchek is going to have to really push hard in this top corner. He might even have to over-invest on his spells. Yes, there's an invisibility now to make sure that that Town Hall goes down, yet he makes it all the way in, and that is going to be the second star claimed by Evchek, since in the Royal Champion now in the left side corner to take out another air defense. And with that, this Queen is gone. He's going to have to rely on those healers swapping off now to the Royal Champion to try to make it along out to the backside here, but I don't think he's going to have enough for the 3-star. Still, once again, Tribe Gaming are going to be able to come over the top on percentage and keep this in the lead.
When he has 30 seconds, there's an archer at the top side. The dragon is working as well. The Royal Champion ability is not used yet, so time might be the deciding factor at this point. Power is definitely not a problem for Evchek. But yeah, 15 seconds, you're saying it. 15 seconds is not enough. So percentage is everything they can go for. And they're already way above the 79% from Repotted Gaming. So they're having the percentage lead for now. And this is, well, not the worst to start with a huge percentage lead. You have to say like something like a 15%. So that's not too bad.
Yeah, that's actually really, really good. In fact, pretty much anything short of a star lead for Repotted Gaming is going to tilt heavily in Tribe Gaming's favor now. I mean, there's kind of no reason to expect Tribe to take any big risky maneuvers unless they do wind up going down a star. And so I think that this is a really, really great start for Tribe. 15% is quite an appreciable lead just off of the first round of attacks. And there's always time for catch-up, but let's see if Lou can get that triple after all and keep this war tightly contested.
Yeah, we have actually one of those Suilado attacks, but this time Lou is not going for the Town Hall. This is something which Lou is typically not really doing. He's nearly always going for this Town Hall dive. As we said earlier, take a look at the Town Hall compartment. There is no big value, and the King is even defending this Town Hall compartment. So really Tribe did their homework against the classic entries from Repotted. So can Lou completely surprise this space with an entry which Tribe did not expect? So far, really good value. The multi-infernal went down, the scatter shot went down. Queen is still pushing strong with her ability not even used yet. And the pathing is looking good as well. The only problem, depending on where he starts, this sweeper behind the Town Hall into the direction of the Eagle might be a big problem.
Yeah, so often with these Laloon hits, it's up to the heroes to get the finishing blow here. With a Sui dive, it's really kind of an all or nothing, all-in maneuver early on to try to get out those crucial targets and set up for the second stage here. Bottom compartment doesn't go all the way down, but I think that you're right that Lou got some good solid value on the right edge. A third of the base is now cracked and missing. Doesn't catch a Seeking Airmine with that Loon out on the right, and so he's going to feel confident sending in the Stone Slammer to get into the midsection, while the Lava Hound up top will protect for the Loons, well spread out and trying to get that second star top off as they path along to the very bottom, though. But Eagle Artillery waiting until the very end to take that down is kind of bad news for a Laloon hit, isn't it, Itsu?
Yeah, it's sometimes a bit dangerous, but at the same time, if you can keep them safe. I mean, he has so many spells left. He has the heal, he has the rage, he has a lot of spells left to take this base out, but at the same time, the queen is hopping over the wall. The skeleton spell's in the wrong compartment. This means this queen, oh wait a second, there's a million headhunters.
Oh,
this queen is not going anywhere. So as you said, the Eagle is the all deciding factor on this one. But is this enough Loon power? It seems like a no, because the air defense is covering the Eagle, and this means another 2-star.
Wow, holding on again. Kronos' defenses have done it, and Lou is rebuffed. We see another big shutdown as Repotted Gaming just have not yet found their footing. Lou stares in disbelief, trying to find what went wrong, what could have gone better maybe. Were there just too many traps out on that right side for the heroes to get the value that they needed? I'm looking at, you know, the big chunk of destruction that they were able to achieve early on, and it seemed like they accomplished their goal. Was it something going haywire with the Laloon itself? What's your assessment here, Itsu?
I feel like overall, like, Klinger and Lou are really good at Surilado, but they always go for the Town Hall. We just saw why exactly they do this. The Town Hall is so scary. You need to use spells to get out of the poison. You need to use the Warden ability to get down the Town Hall, which means the Warden ability is not covering you anymore into the core, into red bombs, for example. So there is a reason why all of those Lado attackers are nearly always going for the Town Hall as an objective. And Tribe and Level Origin earlier, they just don't allow those entries. There is no value on this Town Hall side. In addition, we even had the King covering this Town Hall, so like a Queen dive into the Town Hall wouldn't even take it down, and this is exactly what is completely throwing them off right now. It seems like 11 Origin did the same, as I said, and this is how Clash at the highest level is looking like. If those teams really good at predicting what the enemy is doing, what their comfort strategies are. And we have Maxi coming in, and as we said, Tribe Gaming coming with a strategy which they really like to run, which no one so far really have used, and completely trying to not have this problem of getting baited, because so far Tribe Gaming really like to do different type of strategies like Lalo attack, Wizard Lalo from Nebrax, for example, or like the Dragon Rider Bad Spell combination. This time Tribe is always going with Queen charges on the opposite side of the Town Hall, jumping into the core, and then playing this Hydra part, which is even the Dragon Riders and the Dragons with the blimp on the Town Hall. This is not something which people are expecting, And because the Queen Charge is taking down the Clan Castle, he can even use the Yeti Blimp. So this is a really strong technique of kind of countering the meta at the moment, it feels like.
And I love the funneling for this Dragon Rider setup now with such a big chunk out of that back right compartment finished off, and even pushing the Barbarian King all the way to the Queen doesn't get her down, but ground targeting expos are going to be no problem at all for this aerial attack. Well protected Queen still out here, not having to face a single target Inferno until the very last end of this strike. Eve Maxi is getting a massive amount of value here. Just has to be careful with the CC coming out. Good poison spell there, catches everything, and we'll be able to pop this Lava Hound down like it's nothing. Time to get in for this main attack though, because there's still 3 air defenses up, and he's going to have to be very careful protecting them on the entry point. Does keep those dragons safe with balloons out in front to insulate the blows, but not catching Seeking Air Mines just yet. Maxi is going to have to go in hot and fast, keeping them safe from that scatter shot as well. Very nice positioning so far.
Yeah, now we have the Yeti Blimp coming in soon. The Clan Castle, as we said, already came out. So like with regular Hydra attacks, you never want to lure out ground Clan Castle troops. But with this Queen Charge, it is working. There's the Warden ability. The Blimp is flying across. There are red bombs. There's the Tornado Trap. But again, since this is Yeti Blimp, this should be no problem. There's the race. The Queen ability got used as well in the course, so there's a lot of things to pay attention to. The Blimp is reaching the target, and now the Royal Champion is coming in. This Queen can reach pretty much everything from this channel, especially with this Royal Champion coming in as well.
Yeah.
But can the Queen stay alive? There's the Visibility spell. This is looking strong.
Maximum firepower! Drops in the Royal Champion to support the Queen, and in the bottom compartment, there's going to be not a whole lot left. You know what I mean, Itsu. I'm telling you right now, this is a triple. Eve Maxi claps his hands. He has done it. Tribe Gaming pulls so far ahead now. This is going to be so difficult for Repotted Gaming to catch up to. A silver ticket was good enough, but a golden is even better. Can they do it? I think so.
I love the reaction from Max. He is so relieved that this attack went good, because not only the 3-star is important overall, but just like taking a look at the bigger picture, we had now 2 really strong defenses from Tribe, and they now got a percentage lead in the first attack, and now the 3-star, which means at this point, it kind of feels like that they are leading with 2 stars, because Repotted needs to, at this point, needs to go for the star win, because percentage, they cannot really overcome Tribe anymore as long as they don't mess up big time. So this right now is looking incredibly strong for Tribe, and it seems like really that, similar to Aphelion Esports yesterday, they come up with a really good game plan. Yesterday with Aphelion, which did incredible on defense preparation work-wise, and today Tribe completely using a strategy which no one expected, and now we're back to Repotted, who are sticking with the regular Queen Charge Dragon Rider, a strategy which I guess you can way easier expect, way easier to predict as base builder. So let's see how this attack from Giannis is going to work while chilling on the couch.
Well, it's the most comfortable position, right, for an armchair general. Giannis is going to make a charge into this single target Inferno on the bottom, and with the freeze out, is able to negate that defense pretty handily. I like this avenue of attack, and with an Invis as well, keeps that Queen directly on the path toward the Town Hall. Walks along and right through that little corner shot for an easy angle here, and ought to be able to take it down. A bit distracted now by the CC troops, and she's going to take some pretty big fire, but with the rage spell up, that's going to give enough for those healers to keep her topped off to grab the 1-star, and to follow up now with the Queen Charge Dragon Rider component.
Yeah, and the Town Hall is going down. That's the important note right there. Is the Queen now going the right direction? Yes, she is. There's the next wall break. He's having a ton of wall breaks. Like, that Queen is going to get all the way, especially considering that there's a long channel where the Queen can reach so many more things. And he's trying to push the Queen in there, using the King to create this funnel, create this pathing for the Queen. Now it's all about this Queen. Is this Queen actually going inside, or is this Queen going to chase the cannon? What is she going? Oh, the Queen is walking inside this channel. And this Queen, take a look at what she can reach from this. She can reach the defending Queen. She can reach the defending Expos, Warden, Royal Champion, everything. This charge looks incredible so far.
Wow, she is just taking them down one by one, and there's not even that many defenses stacked up to try to stop her. Yanni's got a perfect entry point, and she is just walking down.
I'm sorry, there were a couple of red bombs. Whenever I see red bombs with the queen charge, I'm so paranoid because of the healers. But it seems like we're only a couple of them, so keep going. Those Dragon Riders are going strong.
Here they are with the freeze on the back end, catches that enemy royal champion. The queen is going to have an easy time popping her out. I don't even think she had a single spear off. What is going on, Itsu? This is an incredibly overpowering freeze. Maybe the MVP of Repotted Gaming or of the whole tournament. What a huge show for Repotted Gaming to get this third strike in. And just like their previous match against 11 Original, they find their stride on attack number 3.
Yeah, this was so important for them to getting this 3-star, and well, this means they should get a couple of more 3-stars in if they repeat the same approach to the match as they did against 11 Original. But this means for Tribe, they need to keep pushing. They need to keep pushing. As we said earlier, Tribe Gaming so far is percentage-wise really far ahead, which is forcing Repotted to win on stars, depending on how the next attack look like. So, Tribe Gaming is up next, and depending on this next attack, I think this match is going to get a big boost into the Tribe direction, or otherwise Repotted is having a big chance of a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, I still think Tribe is safe. Like, even if this winds up being a disappointing 2-star, they ought to still have a pretty decent lead, and they've got strong attackers into the back end too. So I don't think that this is going to be bad news for Tribe either way, but is it going to be more of the good news that they're hoping for, trying to stay out on top clearly and confidently ahead? A 3-star here puts them even farther in the lead. Exosist is the man with a plan, ready to try to get it done with a queen charge once again, but switching off from the dragons to a Law Loon of his own. What do you make of that, Itsu?
Yeah, going for the different approach. We have seen earlier now that I think Exorcist did a different attack strategy. This time going in with the Lalo. He's knowing that Lalo right now, we have talked about it with Chris as well, stats-wise, Lalo is the best thing you can do if you're good enough to actually make it work. So the question is this plan and is Exorcist good enough to actually get this 3-star in with this queen charge? He's having the jump to get all the way maybe towards the town hall, depending how his troops are pathing. I think maybe the jump on top of this queen platform to get the king into the town hall direction, but so far it seems like no jump for the king. Instead, he's waiting for this queen to get further into this base and then jumps into the court.
CC's pulled out and the rocket loons are coming awfully fast. They're going to get right on top of that queen. They're dropping the bombs. The poison spell is out, but the rage is barely enough to keep the queen up. Doesn't force the ability, though, and Exosist has managed this beautifully. He does have to get the ability after all, though, as those super minions are still out back. It could be really hard to reach. Pops over the wall, though, with the jump spell out and with a freeze as well. Exosist is a man on fire, popping his fingers all across this board like an expert pianist. He is also sending it straight to the town hall, grabs it down. Those sneaky goblins have done their job, and it's now time for the Lava Loon hit.
Lava Loon is coming in, but the queen did not get any further. This Mojang Fern Tower really catching those healers out of position. Red bombs are getting triggered, red bombs are getting blocked due to the warden ability. Roy Chem is jumping into the core, still with her ability left. One Mojang Fern Tower on the back and a couple of Wizard Towers, which are a big problem always for Lalo. There is no spells left at this point. The Royal Champion is down. So everything is relying on those loons with splash damage on the back end. Nope, this is not going to work, and so far it seems like a pretty low percentage attack for Tribe.
A heartbreaker for Exosist. You know, the percentage is creeping up. They will be able to hold on to the average destruction lead, but this was kind of the one mulligan that they had, to use, a golf terminology there. If Exosist had really just had one more freeze for that multi-target Inferno right on top of where the Warden went down, there were so many balloons in that pack that they might have even been able to power through that Wizard Tower on the other end. I think he came actually very, very close to a triple and had an amazing plan, very well executed, but didn't ultimately get good fortune on the traps and had a little bit too little to add on to that loon push at the end, Itsu.
Yeah, it was a really good base by Repotted as well, and just this jump, just the timing with the Clan Castle, and another mistake with dealing with this Clan Castle. This is such a big surprise to me that so many of those pro teams, and they really don't No, at least like maybe with this amount of pressure. I'm not really sure, but they really mess things up with this clan castle. Like for all of those people out there, whenever you're facing a clan castle like those rocket loons with the queen charge, freeze the rocket loons and poison the super minions. This is the way to go. This is super safe. You won't lose your queen ability. But this attack did not work out. Now Timtastic is in and he's back to Blizzard Lalo. This is his thing. And it seems like he's going for a Blizzard onto the bomb tower with the Earthquake. He's trying to make sure that this bomb tower is low. And now dropping the blimp on top of it to make sure that the bomb tower is going down. With this, those Super Wizards are surviving the splash damage.
Timtastic is a monster, hidden in the dark, ready to pounce. You won't even see it coming with invisibility spells dropped to the top corner. He takes down the Town Hall and gets a good setup here for the Law Loon push, but that's a pretty big investment early on that does demand justification. He's going to get this Archer Queen popped on the Lava Hound over in this top right corner. Unfortunate that he couldn't just kind of keep that CC out of the picture, but nonetheless, with a poison stacked on top, that will be an easy finish off. And with more funneling work now done by the King, Timtastic is ready to put this thing in the lead column for Repotted Gaming. They can't get the advantage on percentage just now, but they will be able to get a star lead if they get the triple here and defend next. This is their time to shine. Who's going to get that golden ticket?
Yeah, that's the question we're all waiting for. Like, at least we're waiting for the answer with those heroes diving, and this is looking really strong so far. Where is he going to use the Royal Champ? Is the Royal Champ going to be used for the Eagle? No, instead at the top side. And this Queen is just moving forward. The King is taking down the next wall to the next compartment, so the Queen can maybe reach the multi-inferno tower. This would be huge. The Royal Champion, though, at the top side is really getting delayed, but with a Unicorn on that Royal Champion, that's not the worst thing in the world. But the Royal Champ going or continue with that Queen, not even down at this point. Multi-inferno tower down, Expo down. This Queen, it was incredible. Where's the base at this point?
She went so far, even nabbing another multi-inferno over there, and the centralized single target one shouldn't be much of a problem for Loons. It's just once again going to be this Eagle artillery on the very back side of the base with only one more freeze to deploy, and he's going to have to use it on the upper edge. There's no more haste spells. He's going to have to get in there awfully fast. No, he actually does get the freeze for the very bottom side, and with spread out balloons surrounding all around, Timtastic might just have done it. What a beast! He finishes off the very last defenses, and it's just a matter of cleanup now. 36 seconds is so much to get it. He is on fire!
Timtastic is just insane. This value with those heroes was incredible. The Queen with the King breaking through the wall to take down the multi-inferno tower, and then during the Lalo having the time to use that invisibility spell to take the next Expo on the back end down. This air Expo on the back end could have done a complete different, like would have changed up this attack a little bit for sure with so much more damage, which it could have provided. But either way, Timtastic's just too strong with this. Tribe needs to get at least a really high percentage 2-star. Like, no, wait a second, they're tied on stars, so they need to get a 3-star to tie things back up because, oh, those were a couple of too many 2-stars from Tribe, and this gave Repotted the chance of coming back.
This next attack is going to be the most important attack in the entire Last Chance Qualifier series. I'm going to call it right now. Aphelion took the win yesterday, and it was a relatively handy march through the entire bracket for them. But this one between Tribe Gaming and Repotted Gaming is winding up being the closest finals that we have had in a very long time, harkening back to the days of QSFN picking up their silver ticket with just a 1% margin here. Nebrax knows that he needs the triple here and now to keep Tribe Gaming's hopes alive. The triple actually keeps them in the lead and in a very comfortable spot for the last two attacks, but the loss here would be so devastating for them. A 2-star would put them behind and maybe even slipping on percentage. Nebrax gets the crack in the top corner with the Town Hall going down. He'll switch out onto a triple Lava Loon with one Ice Hound, in fact, to get the freeze out here, committing very hard to this Sui dive early on.
Yeah, first doing out the clankers. This Lava Hound, you want to take that out in the corner. We see a lot of times that people try to deal with this Lava Hound during the attack, but it's just so important to take it out early. Right now, the Arch Tower is actually on the Babe Dragon, so this is right now not looking that good because now all of those pups are coming over. He's trying to react with a couple of archers and minions. and this means those pubs should not be that big of a problem. And now he's starting with the push into this compartment. We have just seen how strong those heroes can be if they're getting unleashed and getting into the core of a base. But is the king going for this wall? That's the big question. Can the king open up towards this multi-inferno tower? This would be huge, as we have just seen in the attack from Timtastic.
There's lots of reasons to want to try to get your heroes spread out to take down multiple targets, but if you can keep them all concentrated in the same area of the base, they can also get great synergy by having the king out in front to protect for the two ladies. They're actually going to be able to get so many defenses down out here, including an Inferno Tower. Big Warden is protecting so many of these loons. He's holding on to that Eternal Tome for dear life. Don't fire until you see the whites of their eyes, Brax. He's trying to keep it until the very last stage of the base. Wow, gets the freeze off there with that ice golem going down, and he still has a little bit of Eternal Tome left. Keeps them safe. Enemy Queen's down. Can he go all the way?
They're pushing all the way. This warning ability was incredible late, but the eagle is going down. The wizard tower is getting frozen. 50 seconds, and the queen is looking strong. There's already the fist in the air. Nimbrax is knowing that this is looking good, but okay, he's already celebrating. So let's just count this as a 3-star. I was kind of afraid of this wizard tower, but actually the warden is giving so many hit points to those loons, and he knows. You said it. This attack was so important because this is giving Tribe the lead back, which they need against Repotted Gaming. Now it's back to Repotted. This match is so incredible close. Both teams are head to head. Only percentage is being the difference right now in between of those two teams. Everything is coming down to the last two attacks of this match, deciding which of those two teams is going to take this last golden ticket.
You can't write wars better than this, Itsu, and with the last round of hits, Repotted actually don't even have the opportunity to close it out in their favor. Even with a 3-star, Tribe could get the comeback afterwards and come over the top, but a 3-star would be a very strong finish here. Tribe have not necessarily had confident triples all across the board. And even though this is the 5th and final attack and there's been more time to prepare it and get it ready for maximum effect, it doesn't always end the way you expect it to. Vendetta is going to be the last one to have a say for Repotted Gaming. You saw last war, he got a very narrow 2-star, 95%. He needs to improve upon that this time for Repotted. His teammates are relying so heavily on a triple right now, Itsu.
Wait, this is the ultimate mind game. Wait, are they? Okay, so first off, this is pretty much. Wait, is this the exact same base or just a close base? The base which is posted in game right now as a challenge. So this is a really close base to what we have right now in the game as a qualifier challenge. So, well, interesting base choice right there from Tribe, but it seems like, wait a second, the base from Vendetta is completely going the wrong way. The queen is not going into the single Inferno Tower compartment. Instead, she's going for the multi-Inferno Tower, and even not for the multi-Inferno Tower, instead just for the compartment in front, which means she cannot reach that expo. Things are going from bad to worse for Repotted and Vendetta right now.
Single Inferno is so deadly against John. Oh my goodness, the poor Dragon Riders are just gonna be eaten apart. This queen is having her ability forced, and this charge is just eaten up. Vendetta is seeing his forces driven before him. He's trying to push them on, but with a Town Hall on the back end, he might actually have to commit his battle blimp to take it out.
Yeah, and there's the blimp flying across. This is like this. You cannot get a blimp which is having to travel further distance from all the bottom to the top side against the sweeper. This is not going to be an easy thing. There is the black mines, there's the red bombs, another black mine is hitting, but still the warden ability is on, but the defending warden is hitting. Wait a second, the sweeper to push the loons all the way to save the 2-star, but the percentage is so low that this might be already the deciding factor.
This is so crucial for Tribe Gaming now to be in the position to respond against Vendetta's hit here now. Knowing that they have a percentage lead, knowing that a 2-star is good enough, Tribe Gaming are so happy for this defense to hold off, and the mind game of the century pays off in droves. Vendetta is sent packing on an unfortunate funneling that keeps him away from the single target Inferno. And as the percentage creeps up bit by bit, there is just going to be no doubt in my mind. Tribe Gaming can go even for a safe 2-star at this point and get the win.
Yeah, those healers, this eagle shooting those healers was so important for Tribe. At the same time, it's so random. Like, you never know as an attacker what exactly is going to get targeted by the eagle, because sometimes it's the queen, sometimes the healers. It even feels like that the healers lost already HP, so a bigger question mark right there. But either way, it's going to be a 79%. So for Tribe, it's going to be a really solid percentage, 2-star for the win. And this would mean Tribe would get the golden ticket. Tribe would be in the final event of the World Championship. But first they need to get this 2-star on a high percentage note.
That's right. And wow, what a moment this is to be a Tribe player, for your hopes to be hanging on this one last final war, this one last attack of the final war. Kronos has got so much riding on his shoulders now, but this man has got nerves of steel. He is the finisher for Tribe Gaming. Give him the hardest, dirtiest, trickiest base, and he finishes off with 3 stars like it's nothing. Charging into the bottom compartment, well-protected Queen keeps those healers nice and safe. She's not going to be making toward the Eagle Artillery just yet, but will be cracking into that compartment after all with a super wall break, and this is going to be a snack for Kronos. Who's got an easily vulnerable Town Hall in the top corner that he can take at any moment, Itsu.
Yeah, and the Queen charge so far, or at least like the beginning of this attack, so far as planned for him. Like, no Testa farm, nothing which might have surprised him or so. So far, he is really happy about this. And take a look at this jump. He's only placing the jump to get this entry into the multi-inferno tower. This is all what he wants. He doesn't even want to get further into the base, only taking down the multi. The Headhunter is... there's no Headhunter in this attack, so he has to freeze the defending king instead. Maybe he just forgot about it, but this means the clan castles get looted as well. Red Bomb is there as well, but so far it's looking strong with most likely dragons and dragon riders starting off soon on this left side. And that's exactly what he's doing with this Yeti Blimp flying across in just a second to take down the Town Hall.
Well, as you can see there in the corner, 2-star and a mere 70% required to get the win. A very low hurdle for a long jumping Kronos to hop over this wall. Battle Blimp gets that Eternal Toe right before it exits the edge of that Grand Warden ability. And with a rage on the Town Hall, it is almost over. Tornado Trap does catch the Battle Blimp. It's going to be spinning around and a bit confused out here now. Still, can it make it into the Town Hall? Freezes out, doesn't catch the Teslas. Yetis are smashing away. A little bit of help from the Dragon, but the Town Hall is standing. What is happening, Itsu?
Oh no, the Town Hall is staying up, but he has still the king. He has not even deployed the king at the Royal Champion yet. I don't know what he's waiting for, but he should get started soon with that Royal Champion ability early. And now it's all about those percentages to collect those. There's the king. He's got, yeah, he got the Town Hall at the top side, the Wizard Tower, and they got the percentage.
Finals. They will face off against alternate attacks. What a storyline to see coming ahead of us. Into Repotted Gaming's bases have been so impressive. They were the favorite among many to take it all here today. But Tribe have got the celebratory spirit now. They have done it. A 12-12 finish on once again. Really low hit rates, it must be said. The base building all across the board is fantastic. But Kronos will finish with almost a 3-star and give Tribe Gaming their golden ticket after all.
Yeah, I think at this point Kronos did not care if he 3-stars or not. As soon as he reached the 70% mark, he knew that they're going to win, and the percentage is theirs. So really good job to them. They got the victory and making sure that they're getting this golden ticket to join the other 7 teams in this World Finals event. What a crazy match, and what a crazy performance from Repotted as well. Yeah, I really want to highlight them as well. They did an incredible job of getting that far.
I don't know how you keep your head on straight, Itsu, especially with your affiliation with Tribe and knowing how much is on the line for them there. This was an amazing war, and we'll have the whole community talking for weeks now, buzzing with anticipation for the Clash of Clans World Finals. But hey, with that attack on the books already, we are prepared to hop in and analyze those attacks. Let's go ahead and bring in our analyst for one more look. Welcome back in, Judo Sloth.
Thank you so much, Woody. I just wanted to keep this short and sweet. Make sure to break down the attack by Eve Maxi, because it really did just show how they are using the Dragon Riders and the Dragons. When you have the pathing set up, which Itsu highlighted previously, you have that clear flight path for the Dragons down towards the Town Hall. And this is what they were always doing, cutting out a section of the base, making sure the Dragons could fly right on through. But another little tip that you've seen in this attack was holding the Warden ability. As the Dragons fly through, if they aren't in danger, let them go. Delay that battle blimp. Use it as late as you can in order to make sure that when you get towards that town hall, particularly if it looks like there could be traps, this situation, you can clearly see that there's a huge amount of space behind the town hall. It came in handy because the battle blimp was able to get to that town hall, secure it and the 3-star, helping Tribe Gaming en route to the golden ticket, and GG to them indeed.
Huge strike there on offense, but like we said, the defenses might have been the bigger story this time around, Judo. I wonder if you can take us through a base breakdown and let us know what you thought about the defensive setups.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if we can see the traps on this base. Unfortunately, we cannot, but it's always an interesting move when you... I mean, I was hoping to see the one from the challenge, but you notice the town hall, like you said, Itsu, Tribe Gaming really just trying to limit any value around that in terms of any Sui dives into that area, and you can see that again right now.
Yeah, I think this was really the key thing for defending so good, because like Repotted, they're really good at what they're doing, but they always do the same approach on their attacks. So as soon as you kind of like understand it and went through that thought process, and you try to defend it like from the get-go, like just build bases where this is just not possible, not even baited, people have to go into other attacks out of comfort, and this is then leading into a result like this where you get only 12 stars.
Yeah, only 12 stars, but you're right. Even being able to just identify their main strength in that of the Sui Lalo, we know how good they are with that. Just limiting the value, forcing them to either attack somewhere else or use a different strategy, and it clearly worked out. Tribe Gaming slipped up a couple of times themselves, but as you rightly said throughout the war, Itsu, you just need to hold back the defenses and counteract enough, which is exactly what they did. And a beautiful demonstration by both clans, really. I'm sure that's not the end we will see of Repotted Gaming, Woody.
Yeah, I seriously doubt that as well. And I want to kind of bring another angle here to discuss. We talk so much about the metagame and about, general strategies, which attacks are, working very well right now in the general sense. But it really seems to me today that the teams that got victories, and not even just today, from yesterday too, the teams that got victories were the ones that were prepared specifically for their opponents, knowing what their weaknesses were. The metagame is not quite so much about being generally good at Clash of Clans, but about knowing how to build bases and prep armies that can deconstruct what's set up against you. What are your thoughts on that?
I think you're right, but sorry for jumping in, but I really want to highlight this point of the strategy decision, because so far we have a couple of modes use strategy, which we have heard from earlier from Chris, like Lalo, for example, the common approach, Queen Charge, Dragon Riders, things like that. So Tribe completely mix things up. Like so far in pretty much all of the strategies with Queen Charges, you want to take down the Town Hall. King for the Town Hall, Queen for the Town Hall, things like that to take down the Town Hall. So they completely mixed things up. They came up with a strategy where they are able to Queen Charge from the opposite side of the Town Hall, where there are not too many traps, and then send in a Dragon Rider based strategy into the town hall with the Yeti blimp because the clan cards have already got lure, and the Yeti blimp is stronger than like one of those rune blimps because those Yetis still get value with their Yeti mites. So they came up with a strategy specific for this tournament, which then really got them on offense an advantage over the some of the other teams, Judo.
Yeah, they certainly did, and it just showed how thinking outside of the box is what you have to do. And I think we are preparing for an interview with Tribe Gaming, Eve Maxey on the line. So if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind interviewing him myself in order to ask a couple of those questions. Congratulations on the victory, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us. Talk us through the emotions and the pressure that you guys had to deal in that last war.
Yeah, thank you so much, Judo. Very, very happy to be here. It's like the happiest Clash moment in this year that I can be in this interview. Yeah, the feelings are, I don't know, have been overwhelming. Like it got so close, you know. We were like, we knew exactly we had to get the 69% 2-star to win the war before the last hit. We knew that Melvin had quite a risky blimp, so he saved onto a couple of spells. And still, with the sweeper sweeping away the tornado and another sweep, he didn't get the town hall with the Yeti blimp. So it was like crazy ups and downs, and we were like, oh my god, is he going to 1-star? Are we not going to get this? Are we going to, you know, be defeated that close again? But he made it work somehow with the Royal Champion, and everyone in voice said, we won't even talk about that hit. We don't care how you did it. It's just important that you did. And I mean, Melvin, as you know, had a 100% hit rate going into last qualifier. So Kronos has been carrying us like crazy, not only on offense, but also on defense. So yeah, I don't even know where to start the shout out. So Melvin is definitely one, but also Knowledge and Stefan, who have built crazy good bases for us. And the defense definitely carried us through because we were not able to score 15, 14 star wars every single time. But we had a great defense, and yeah, somehow just made it work throughout this last chance qualifier. And yeah, it's crazy. I mean, 2 years ago we were the first team to qualify. This year we are the last team to qualify. So let's see where things will end. But it was a crazy ride.
Absolutely. I'm very happy for you. And I think you're the only team that has gained every single ticket there is. The wild card, then the silver, and now the golden tickets. So congratulations on that front. But when we asked prior to the wars, all of the player questionnaires, I took one of the answers that you gave, which was, what would you do to celebrate if you won the last chance qualifier, which you have? And you said, we won't be celebrating. We've only got 3 weeks to the world finals. So what does that do for Tribe Gaming? Is that an advantage, being that you are fresh and have, you know, on form right now, winning the last chance, or is it a disadvantage that you don't have as long to prepare?
Definitely both, in my opinion, but I feel like the advantage is bigger than the disadvantage because, you know, we had to be there all year long, and teams like Alternate Attacks or Tompinai, who qualified very early, they were kind of not having that much pressure. I know they have still been performing like crazy. I mean, Attacks just, for example, won the ESL Mobile Open Europe. So they are definitely still on fire, but I'm sure that they haven't, you know, put in 100% throughout the whole year. But we have, since we had to all the time, and we were getting close a couple of times in the monthly qualifiers. And, you know, it really felt like it was a last chance in this last chance qualifier. So we put in everything we had, every time we could spare next to work, studying, family, and so on. Especially, as I said, the base builders and Melvin in particular, and also Excusist has been practicing so much. Then Nebrax as well, pushing like 4 accounts in Legends. Hertha has been supporting us like crazy, and Evcheck and me, you know, we try to put in the hours next to work. We are the only ones that have a job, a full-time job already. Everyone did what they could, and I'm really glad that it worked out. And yeah, going back to the question, if it will be an advantage or disadvantage, I think it's more an advantage than a disadvantage, and we have 3 more weeks, and we will keep on grinding. I lied maybe a little bit in this question. We will definitely celebrate maybe today and tomorrow. But as most viewers might know, it's the middle of the night in Germany. So first we will celebrate by getting a good bit of sleep. But yeah, maybe Sunday will be free for us. And then afterwards we will start preparing because, 8th in the world, we got the 8th golden ticket, but it's not where we want to finish Worlds. And I think if we put in the work we did for this last chance qualifier, we will definitely have far Worlds as well.
Absolutely. With that being double elimination and you obviously having to deal with a single elimination here, it will definitely help out. So congratulations once again. Thank you so much for the interview. I was going to ask if you had any other call outs or thanks to give, but it sounds like you've already rolled off quite a list. So if you do want to add any more to that, feel free. But thank you so much for joining us as well.
Thank you as well. It's always tough because you always tend to forget someone, but I definitely want to say GGs to our opponents, RPG and Carnage. They did great throughout the whole season, and we have fought many times against both teams, and they are both incredibly strong. And the same goes to the other opponents we faced throughout this crazy year. So always a pleasure fighting in a fair and square match. Yeah, and we're happy that now we got the golden ticket. And the last thanks goes to all of our fans and supporters out there. Thank you for sticking with us through 6 long qualifiers and a long last chance qualifier. But we finally made it work, and here we are, and we're going to Worlds. Let's go, baby.
Well, we look forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck.
Thank you as well. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Well, let's bring back the rest of my fellow casters then. And I want to jump to you, Carbon. What did you make of that last matchup? We haven't heard your thoughts as of yet.
It was absolutely incredible. Coming down to the wire, the final attack, he knew what he needed to get the percentage-wise, but still the nerves, having to get that under the pressure. Congratulations to Tribe advancing to the World Finals, but again, all the other teams, not only today in the last chance qualifier, also yesterday. What a performance they put on for the viewers, and I cannot wait to see what they do in Worlds.
Absolutely. Well, let's recap all of the teams that will be competing at the World Finals. We have Alternate Attacks, Tompanai Empire, Queen Walkers, JX Tiger, Bad Zinger, and Vatang. They won the golden tickets through the monthly qualifiers. And now we have the 2 other teams from the last chance qualifiers. Aphelion Esports yesterday and Tribe Gaming today. But speaking of the World Finals, we have something special to share because we have the bracket now set, ready to go. So let's take a look at that. And wow, Woody, what do you make of this?
I already picked out the fact that we've got Alternate Attacks versus Tribe Gaming right at the very start. But, I mean, taking a look back and looking at the entirety of this monster of a 3-day double elimination, 15-round bracket leading to a $250,000 grand prize for our world champions, we have got a lot to look forward to in the coming weeks.
We certainly do. And let's remind you of the dates for that. December 3rd, 4th and 5th. Take a screenshot, add it to your diary. You do not want to miss this. The teams are set, the bracket is there, and we cannot wait to get into the action. Carbon, final thoughts from this weekend and for the World Finals before we finish.
It was just absolutely incredible to be part of this journey from the qualifiers to the last chance qualifier, and really love this now, being able to have these final teams earn their spot to get that golden ticket, and they showed exactly why they deserve to be there, Judo.
Absolutely. And Itsu, how about yourself? Final thoughts?
For me, I'm just super excited about what we're going to see in the World's Finals strategy-wise, because I feel like yesterday the team won, which brought up ring bases out of nowhere to counter like a couple of clans. Today we saw like not a new strategy, but like a completely revived strategy to win the last chance qualifier bracket today. So what are we going to witness at the Clash Worlds Finals? It's going to be crazy.
It certainly is. I'm particularly looking forward to those clans coming back that qualified so long ago and whether they have something up their sleeve. But Woody, how about yourself? And would you do the pleasure of closing us out for today?
That's exactly what I was going to say. I love to see the personalities on display off of that main stage, especially the fact that alternate attacks have been waiting for half a year now for their chance to make it all the way back in. And I guess, depending upon how you think about it, since Tribe Gaming were the first team to ever get a golden ticket back in 2019, they're kind of like the once and maybe future kings. I don't know. We've got 8 teams going to the World Finals where so much is on the line. Like we said, $1 million prize pool for events this year, but it is all stacked on the end of the year where the biggest prizes, the greatest glory awaits. Thanks very much to my co-casters today. You guys did an awesome job, and it's an honor to be here with you. And I really want to say thanks as well to production and Supercell for doing a fantastic job getting the show set up and going off without a hitch this weekend. Very happy to see how things turned out. Thanks as well to the players who put their heart and soul into this game. It is so difficult to come out here and fight with everything you've got in a last chance qualifier when you know that there's not going to be any other future hopes for your team if things don't go your way. But hey, that means it's all the more excitement and glory for the teams that do get to go on. Thanks to the viewers as well who showed up and keep this game energizing and exciting. The community is why we do what we do. So until we rejoin you for the Clash of Clans World Finals, make sure to follow us here so you can get more details about future broadcasts, as well as elsewhere on social media where you might find some more fun info, interviews, and information about the Clash of Clans competitive scene. Till next time, though, Clash on.